Hey, Ferocious fans, Nate Powell from ferociousbeard.com. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight for the Ferocious Friday Free-For-All. It's going to be a great show tonight. Let's see who's here already. It looked like there were quite a few comments already just from a couple of hours ago, actually. So let's see. Joshua Ricks is first. So welcome to the show, Joshua. Thanks for jumping in on here. And it looks like Michael Zarati is also here, and it is, well, it's his late birthday, so that's cool. Mudrocker is here. Brad Cromer is in the house. Welcome. And Bearded Beta, of course, signed in. How you doing, man? Good to see you. E-Rock is in the house. Marty Regal, what is up? Good to see you, brother. We also have Monkey Guts in the house. I love that picture. That is awesome. Mrs. Bluegrass is here. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to have Ken here as well in a few minutes, so we can't wait to see him on the show. Who else is here? We already, I think, said Joshua Ricks is here. Bearded Joey Hookham, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in on here. Appreciate that. Bluegrass, again, is backstage. He will be on here shortly. And then it looks like who else is here? We're also streaming tonight on Facebook, so not only YouTube, but Facebook as well. So we've got some folks over there on the Facebook side of the house. Lenny Butler, what's going on, man? Good to see you. AB Boss in the house, what's up, man? I just won a hat yesterday that I'm, not won, actually, it was a raffle, and I got the hat. It's a nice hat that says Boss on it, so I can't wait to get that hat. I think that's going to look pretty cool. So that's just coming up from Houston, so that should be good. Who else is here? Looks like George just showed up. What's going on, George? George Munoz, good to see you, brother. It's going to be a really great show. Again, my name is Nate Powell, and this is the Ferocious Friday Free-For-All. Usually on this show, pretty much, you know, we're all respectful, but anything goes. We talk about anything we want to talk about on the show. You know, it's the kind of show that I love to do because you know, we have a great group of people that seem to come by every week for great conversation. We love to do giveaways, of course, on the show. And you know, if you haven't been to this show before, that one of the things we love to do also is if we happen to get a purchase from anywhere in the world, we do a bonus giveaway too. So sometimes we'll do like 8 or 9 or 10 giveaways or however many orders we get. And this is no pressure on you guys. This is not really intended for you guys to buy things. This is just for us to have fun. But if we happen to get an order that comes through, I mean, we'll get orders from all over the country for people that don't even know we're streaming. And little do they know that they're triggering an extra bonus giveaway. So it's really pretty cool. So let's see. E-Rock says it's 93 with 83% humidity. That's really, that humidity is what's the killer right there. I don't necessarily mind 93 degrees. It's usually like that in the summertime here in Fort Worth, but boy, the humidity, we're lucky we don't have the humidity in Fort Worth that, say, you might have down south. Let's see. We had a couple of questions I just saw. E-Rock said, do I blow dry my beard or do I just go natural? I just go natural. I've never blown dried my hair. I should try it sometime just to see what it does. But all I usually do is put oil in it. At night I'll put butter in it. But typically during the day I'll just put oil in it just to kind of keep it nice and free-flowing. But with some, you know, with the conditioning that the beard oil does. So that's pretty much what I do with my beard. Mudrucker says it's been 90s in Michigan. Yeah, it's it's nice, but the heat is insane. Yes, Michael Zarati, what's going on, everyone? And Nate, all is good. It's been a great week so far, guys. I really enjoy. You know, this week went really well. Went fast. Tuesday night came and went. Did the collaboration corner, but it's been a great week. I can't believe it's already almost middle of July, though. Wow, we are just losing this year, right? So, let's see. Who else is in the house? Of course, George, Sam. Oh, Sam's in the house. I just saw him come through here. Sam the Cigar Man. That is an awesome picture, that profile of the Uncle Sam. So that's cool. I really like that picture a lot. Nice. I just sent out a blast too on the app to let people know that the show is starting, and it looks like we have 19 people, and of the 19, 18 are on the YouTube side and 1 is over there in Facebook. So when we do our giveaways, just don't forget that they both feed into StreamYard, and so whoever's number comes up first in StreamYard is how I select the winners for those things. So let's see. Joshua says he has tried blowing his hair once. Not a fan. Maybe I should try it again. Yeah, I've never tried. Did you use the hot setting, or did you use like the mediums, like the the cool setting? It's been a long time since I used a hair dryer, so obviously got no hair left pretty much. So let's see what's happened in our world so far. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I did put some lettering on my Chevy Tahoe, and it's a little. I'll admit it is definitely a little over the top. It's chrome, let me just show you guys a picture if you haven't seen it yet. I think I put it on Instagram, and yeah, I mean it came out nice, but yeah, here it is. If that, ooh, I don't know if that's even gonna be able to see it, but it's like boom. People driving down the street are gonna definitely know Ferocious Beard is going to the post office to make a delivery. So there's what it looks like. Oh man, I think it looks better than the old Odyssey I used to have for for what we're doing over here. So, so let's see. We have a couple of things too I want to announce. We've got some new soaps coming. And these soaps, they take probably just about 30 days to cure, but we've got if I can show you this picture, and then I'll put it up on Instagram and Facebook later. But these soaps right here, and what they are, whoops, let me see, let me get to the actual picture, and my wife described exactly what they are. They're Savage Pine Tar Soap, Power, Barbershop, Sublime, and Licorice Pine Tar Soap. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different scents of pine tar soap that will be coming out within the next 30 days. So we're really psyched about that. Pine tar soap about once a week in your beard works really well for. Let me just adjust this. There we go. For your beard, it's like a clean, fresh slate every week for your beard when you use pine tar soap. So that should be ready in about 30 days or so. So looking forward to that. Let's see. Weatherbeard says he wants a Chevy Tahoe now. The funny thing about Chevy Tahoes is back before I got my Odyssey, I was debating back and forth between getting a Tahoe and getting an Odyssey. And this is when the kids were real small. And I ended up getting the Odyssey because it drove more like a car. And not only that, but like at least the one we had, it had a little DVD thing in the back. And there was plenty of room for easy to get in and out of. The doors were light, they slid. But now that I have the Tahoe, and we don't need the rear seat, if you do get a Tahoe, the very rear seat, the leg room is not very big at all. I mean, there's barely any room. But when I put the seat down, I mean, I have enough room in there to put my canopy in there sideways. I've got enough room to put all my beard equipment if we're going to go to like a farmer's market. Everything fits really well in there. But I will say though, I just got my license plates today, and the front bumper on that Tahoe doesn't have a place to put a license plate, which blows my mind. I mean, I don't know. It just seems odd to me. Like here, this vehicle's built in Arlington, Texas, in a state that requires 2 license plates, yet there's no place to mount a license plate in the front. So I'm going to have to probably go get something to put on the bumper, then put the plate on top of that. But yeah, it's a nice looking vehicle though. And it's a used vehicle. It's a 2016. So I definitely, saved a lot of money there, but it just, it rides really well though. And hey, we just got an order, so we're going to do a bonus giveaway. We're going to do a bonus giveaway, and then we're going to bring Ken on, and he's going to be the guest here on the show. So let's do that first. Let's do a bonus giveaway real quick, because this order just came in from, let's see where this came from. From Daniel in Mission Hills, California. So this one is thanks to you. We're going to do a bonus giveaway. So give me one moment. Let me cue that up, and we're going to do a $25 gift card to Ferocious Beard Company. So hold on one second. All right, we have got 20 people here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up this random number generator, or random number from 1 to 10. Since there's 20, I'll do half. And generally the idea is I'd like for you, once you see go, I'd like you to type one number between 1 and 10, and then I will have this number generated. And if you get that number and you're the first to feed into live stream with that number, then you will win a $25 gift card to Ferocious Beard Company. So let's get that queued up. And when you see go, then I want you to type one number, please, from 1 to 10. All right, go ahead, guys. And then let me put the countdown clock on. And when you see that stop, then stop typing. All right, everybody stop. All right, I am looking for number 5. So let me see, who is the first to feed into StreamYard with number 5? Oh, hey, look at that. Looks like Tiki is number 5. Weatherbeard, you were close. You were off by a smidgen, but Tiki edged you out just by like maybe 5 seconds. So Tiki, you are the winner of a $25 gift card to Ferocious Beard Company. So congratulations. And we acknowledge we are late with your soap reward, and we will send that this week as well, Tiki. So sorry about that. That's heading your way too. So congratulations, Tiki. Thanks to everybody for participating in this particular giveaway. And thank you very much, Daniel, for the order. We really appreciate that. That is awesome. All right. So I think without further ado, I would like to introduce our guest for this evening. It's Ken, aka Bluegrass Bearded. So let me bring him onto the stream. So Ken, how are you? Can you hear me?
Hey, Nate, how are you, sir?
Very good, thank you. I really appreciate your coming on to the show. It's really exciting to have you here, and not only that, but to watch your growth on YouTube in just the past 5 months or so. I noticed that you have around, I think around 225 subscribers, I think at the time, and that's amazing. That's just great, and
Yeah,
you've got some
thank you.
great content on your YouTube channel. So why don't you, if you don't mind, if you just wouldn't mind, just kind of letting folks know what you do, and who you are.
Yeah, sure. I mean, first of all, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Um, I love hanging out in your streams. You're one of my favorite shows during the week. So,
Oh,
um,
thank you.
so
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah,
thank you very much.
yeah. So yeah, I'm Ken, Bluegrass Bearded. I do beard product reviews and other topics and whatever may come up. Um, so that's me. Yeah, it's been about 5 months, and I'm very happy with hitting over that 200. That's just I never expected that when I first started this. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed and just supports me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's really cool. I like your style on your channel. You're very down to earth. You kind of, in some ways, remind me of like me, but in as far as a down to earth. I know there's a lot of different well, not so much topics, but there's a lot of different personalities out there in the bearded world, and on YouTube, and it's really kind of, while it's interesting to watch some of those personalities and how they do different shows, it's always kind of nice to go back to a kind of just a non-confrontational, educational, I won't say gentle, but you know what I mean? Just kind of like a type of show that is just relaxing, and you can just get engaged in it for the pure camaraderie of the group instead of necessarily the topic at hand. And I think I do like your channel a lot because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of opinions and a lot of facts and a lot of different things, and I think it's okay to discuss things without friction and things like that. So yeah, I'm pretty easy to get along with. I'm kind of a laid back guy.
Hmm.
As long as you don't mess with my family. Other than that, I'm pretty laid back.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm the same way. It's like, I'm pretty mild mannered, but, you mess with a family, then we do get ferocious.
Right? Absolutely.
So, but But yeah, so that's really cool. And I can see in the background you've got an American flag hanging up behind you. And you're former Army, right? Prior Army, I should
I
say.
am. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Air Force, so, or Chair Force, as some people like to say. We had a Patriot unit in Germany when I was stationed there. We had a U.S. Army Patriot unit at Bitburg Air Base where I was stationed, and it was really kind of neat to. I was over there a couple of times. I knew a few people over there, and I visited the barracks, and just having, a different branch other than the Air Force on the base I was at, which was Bitburg Air Base, was kind of nice because you kind of get a when you're in the Air Force, things are really sometimes they. I mean, we did a lot of work as a cop in the Air Force. We were basically the grunts of the Air Force, so we were out there on the flight line, you know, M16, 240 rounds. We were guarding things, and we were the Air Base Ground Defense. So we were basically the grunts of the Air Force, but we did have it easy compared to other branches in some ways. Like our cafeteria or chow hall was really, really pretty fancy. Our barracks, we called them dorms, and we didn't have
Right.
we didn't have green blankets. We had whatever we wanted for blankets. I mean, we could go to Kohl's if it was there and get blankets. So it was really kind of like a college dorm atmosphere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I got to hang out. I got to visit some of the Air Force side over in K-Town, Kaiserslautern. And yeah, you guys had it good. But
yeah,
but there's reason for that. I mean, the money's in the Air Force because some of the bigger high-priced machinery is in the Air Force. So I get it.
yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, and it's all mostly for the pilots. I mean, those are the guys that and women now that were uh, we made sure, that's where the big investments were too, is in pilot training. And so, when we were out there driving the old 19, what did I say? I was in from 89 to 94, and I think we had 1982 Ford Broncos out there. I mean, they were like 7, 8 years old,
Wow.
and or more now. And so yeah, we didn't get the money in the in the security police field,
Right.
but we had a lot of fun though. So we kind of made up for it with the fun that we had out there in the flight line at midnight when no one was around.
Yeah. Right.
So so let's see some of these comments here. See if there's any questions. If you guys have any questions for both myself or Ken, feel free to reach out. One of the four beardsmen, Beard Guy, Kansas City. What's going on? Thanks for stopping in.
Represent. Represent.
Nice. Yeah, AB says we're happy to know and support you. Likewise, brother. Likewise.
Same. AB is a great guy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, he is so motivated and just so he's got just this great spirit and heart, and I really am impressed with it. And it just he doesn't know it, but I'll watch some of his things, and I'll just it just motivates me to keep doing stuff, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Michael Zarati, you say Spangdahlem. Yeah, Spangdahlem Air Base is 15 minutes away from where I was at in Bitburg. And in fact, when Bitburg Air Base closed, all of our F-15s ended up going to Spangdahlem. So, in fact, that was also the last active duty F-4 squadron was out of Spangdahlem Air Base. And F-4s, if you guys don't know, are basically Vietnam era fighter jets, and they were just like rockets with short wings on it, and they didn't turn so well, but they sure were fast and loud. So you were at Simbach and Ramstein 2008 to 2012. Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome, Michael.
So Michael, I'm guessing, were you over there? Were you closing Ramstein? Because I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe the only air base that's left open there is Rheinmain, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong. A lot of stuff in Germany closed, including Army. So
Had Spangdahlem still open? I thought they might be, but I'm not sure.
it was when I was over there. So I was over there 2001 through 2004, and it
Okay.
was still open. I'm not sure about now, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look after. Just that's curious now.
Okay, he said I've got it backwards. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay. And Ramstein, if you guys ever, I mean, it's rather morbid, but one of the worst air show disasters happened at Ramstein Air Base. It was the Italian, it was an Italian, kind of like the Thunderbirds, but the Italian version, and they had like 10 jets, and they were doing like this heart formation, a split heart formation, and they
Right.
came around, and then when they came down to the bottom of the heart, there were like two of them flying at the bottom, and they ended up colliding. And unfortunately, there was a crash that went into the audience, and as a result of that, they don't fly towards the audience so much anymore during maneuvers like that. But it was just a horrible crash. I mean, that happened before I was in the Air Force, but it was horrible. I love going to air shows, so that's one that's awful. So I see Big Al here. What's going on, Al? Thanks for jumping in on here. You've got a couple of things heading your way if they haven't arrived yet, and we're going to put some of his things on the site too. He's got some great ideas for some collaboration beard oils, and his stuff is really, really great. So take a look. It's not on the site yet, but they're going to be like the Marvel collection, and so four, I think, all together will be on there. So very cool. So let's see. Monkey Gut says, "What is your favorite Ferocious scent and product?" I don't know, Ken, if you've gotten Ferocious products yet. Have you?
I hate to admit I have not yet. My wife has your body butter. We have
Oh
lots of
yes.
for her, but I have not tried yet. Not yet.
Okay. But the body butter, yeah, the body butter is the same ingredients in it as the beard butters we make, but they're just scented differently. And they
Yeah.
really, really, they work great for both the beard and the skin. So,
Yeah, she got the magnolia. Stuff smells amazing, and she loves it.
oh, cool. Yeah, that's a great scent. The great band, though, oh yeah, great band, Ramstein. Yeah, Rammstein. Is that how you pronounce it? Rammstein.
Yeah,
Ram.
Rammstein, something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have a bunch of friends that are on the search and recovery team. It was very graphic and horrible. Yeah, 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 Michael, it was awful.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Lenny says, the Georgia on my mind you sent me with the Texas peach is phenomenal. I love it more and more every time I use it. Highly recommend. Thank you, Lenny. That is so cool to hear, man. Thank you very much. And we do have a special code that we put out for this show. So the code is free for all. And if you use that code, you'll save 20% on all of your orders through tonight. So that's it's a decent discount off. And we ship everything usually between 1 to 2 business days. That's our goal to ship things out. So, all right, let's see here. The blackberry tobacco is awesome. Yeah, that I love the blackberry scent, and when you mix it with that Cuban tobacco, it just really it just blends so well together. That tobacco, you can blend that with lots of things. Like I'm thinking maybe even a strawberry tobacco would be good.
Yes.
Um, I think I wonder if even like maybe well, I mean, I know we have cherry almond, and I know we have a cherry tobacco, but if we took the cherry almond and blended it with a Cuban tobacco, I'm more curious as to how that would be. Muddy Rucker says, "Love summer lovin' is a body butter." Okay. Um. So, so what else is going on with you? So you do IT during the in the daytime, I guess, right?
I am. I am an IT guy. Yeah. I'm a Linux operating system Linux administrator. So that's what I do. I actually still work for the Army. So um,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
it's a lot
oh,
of
you
fun
work for the Army still.
to do. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Is like a GS position kind of or?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Um, Yeah, see, when you're a cop in the Air Force, it's like you can either be a cop when you get out or you can work in security, which I ended up working security for a while. And then I ended up working for a pretty large financial organization in a security role, a corporate security role. And I really enjoyed that role a lot. It was great.
Right.
Um, but then I've tried different things in the company and I'm now in like an accounts payable position. So it's good. It's fun. It's job security. But
Yeah.
I definitely miss the security days though, and even the security police days in the Air Force. But it was tough when I first got out of the military. I don't know if you experienced this, but when I was in, it's like you've got everything taken care of. Like I had an M16, so like when I was working, like I had people backing me. I had my weapon. I had the whole network of the Air Force to help if I needed
Right.
any support on anything. But when I got out of the military, I do remember for like the first year or two, it was a transition. It was a tough transition to go back to the civilian world because everything was different. Like nothing was at all like how it was in the military. So I don't know if you experienced that when you get out too or not.
I, I didn't so much because I've never really gotten away from it. So because I've still been working. When I got out of the army, it took about 3 months later. I was working for the army again. So I've never really been away from it for an extended period of time. I still work with soldiers, so it's cool. I get to show up at 8:30. They've already done PT. So
No, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
yeah,
you're still in the network, so that's awesome.
right.
Um, yeah, no, that's definitely a good point. Um, I don't know. It's just one thing. It was kind of weird though, getting out though. Like I wanted to get out, but at the same time, it was like for I do remember like the first year, I was like, did I make the right decision? Because it was so different.
Yeah, you've
So
heard Chris say, and I'm totally going to steal this from him because I agree with how he puts this. You've heard Chris TCTBNL. He'll say it's the best worst job you've ever had. You know?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly it. And it's weird that when you do get out, like the longer the time from when you left, um, goes, the more you remember the good times, but not so much the bad times. And I guess that's
Right.
the way with life. You do remember mostly the good things about things that have happened in the past. Probably because you want to forget the bad things. But yeah, you're absolutely right. When I really sit down and think about some of the things that did suck, I totally appreciate where Chris is coming from.
Well, you'll be interested to know because you were security, you were police side. So the best part of my military career is the fact that I met my wife. I met her in Germany. She was in the military also.
Oh,
She was a
nice.
military police officer. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool. That's so
so
good.
that's
Wow,
exactly how we met.
wow, that is really neat. And and so she totally appreciates, you know, or and not only appreciates but understands in depth the BS that you had to go through when you were in the military.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, so no, that's really interesting. Yeah, that's so my wife is not prior military, but but and that's why I enjoy sometimes just sitting talking with folks that have been in the military about certain things, just because they've been there, done that, and can understand, you know, what's you know the they can just understand that, whereas someone
Yeah,
who's never been in that can't quite
yeah,
understand that. So
absolutely.
so Michael asked, is summer lovin' more feminine? No, no, not at all. I wouldn't say summer lovin' is more feminine at all. Um, Let me bring up the scent profile on that because it is. Oh, and we just got a special or an order too, so we're going to do another bonus giveaway too in a little bit. So that is really awesome. Let me just. I want to find Summer Lovin', and I apologize for not having these scent profiles right in front of me, but we've come to the point now where we have 62 scents that we've created, and plus with the scents that are as a result of the collaboration corner, I think we have almost 10 on there too. So it's just hard to keep up with some of the scent profiles. We basically let me just search for this. Here it is. So the scent profile on Summer Lovin' is South Seas, white pineapple citrus, strawberry, and coconut kiwi. So I would say it's more of a tropical scent, but not feminine scent necessarily. Although I'm sure that, I mean, we do have women buy even Savage, which is cherry tobacco and cedar leather. So it depends. But I wouldn't describe it as a feminine scent though. I would just say it's more of a tropical scent. But let me get to that bonus giveaway before we forget about it. I want to make sure we do that. So, and this one here is as a result of from somebody in Appalachia, Virginia. So give me 1 second. All right. So for this bonus giveaway, we've got 28 people in here. So let me say we're going to do 1 through 14. Let me grab a number from there. And then when you see the word go, if you could pick a number between 1 and 14, please. Lenny, that was you. Thank you. I didn't want to necessarily say your name on there, but I appreciate that, sir. All right. So if you could just type a number between 1 and 14, one number, please. And then we will see who feeds into StreamYard here. And again, you guys are under no obligation to purchase things from us just to kick these bonuses off. I don't want you to feel like you're pressured at all. So, but thank you, though. I do appreciate the business and the support you guys give us. All right. All right, everyone stop for a second. And the number I am looking for is number 9. So it looks like the first person I see with the number 9 is Michael Zarati. And again, Facebook and YouTube feed both into this StreamYard here. And so whatever I see come in first is how it goes. So congratulations, Michael. Thank you, all of you, for participating. Let me just write your name down here, so I will get you that at the end of the show.
Congratulations, Michael.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Joe, you missed it this much by just a smidgen, because you had also number 9, but you came in just after Michael. So thanks, you guys. Let me catch up on a couple of comments here.
That's the fun part of these giveaways. That's happened to me so many times where I think that I won and somebody just beat me with a number.
Yeah. It's like, oh, and like, especially when you're on the YouTube itself and you're like, oh, look at that. I definitely got this. And then
Right.
come to find out you didn't. So it's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Weatherbeard Supply says, since you came into my stream the other day and won the first giveaway, we can get in contact with one another and do a product swap. Absolutely. That would be great. And, because, yeah, I did enter a Weatherbeard live giveaway. And as soon as I won, I'm like, why did I enter? Because I wanted to be fair to people that have never tried his products. Not that I've tried his products yet. I have not. But I've heard nothing but great things about Weatherbeard Supply Company. But, like, I really generally don't mind purchasing from other companies to try them out. I'm not only trying out the products, but I also, just from a business point of view, I want to see, what am I getting? How is the display? How long does it take to ship? Those kinds of things. I like to see how I'm stacking up against other companies. So it's always nice to buy something genuinely from another company, just to not only support them, but just to kind of gauge where you stand in the in the sea of companies, right? So, but yeah, I'm happy to trade a few things. Absolutely. That's like the old-fashioned way of doing things, right? Is trading. Hey, I'll give you 6 eggs for some milk or whatever. So happy to trade some beard oils for whatever you guys have too. Speaking to Tiki on Instagram, he told me he was going to forward his winnings over. Oh, Tiki said that? Oh, let's see here. Yeah, now see, this is what happens when I going back in comment time here. Weather and Ferocious. My favorite one. Weather gets my win. All right, so let me do that then. Let me make sure that and sorry, you can hear my keyboard typing here. I need to get a stand for my microphone. All right, so we'll give Tiki's $25 gift card to Weatherbeard. All right, Michael's already still getting his $25 gift card. And let me just make sure I didn't miss any other comments here. Redneck Viking, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in here. You say your wife has a lavender ladies body butter in it, and you love the Ferocious bar soap for your body. It lathers so great. Yeah, those soaps do lather great. I only wish they didn't take a month to cure, because they take so long. It's like, oh man, this smells great. Can we put it on the site? Well, in 30 days we can, but not now.
Right.
Brad says he mixed blackberry tobacco with oud and it was fire. Yeah, the oud is another great scent, and it is, personally, I think the oud scent, while I do like it, I prefer to blend it with something. And so blackberry and oud would be a great blend.
Yeah, I love oud. Mrs. Bluegrass, not so much. She's not a fan of the oud scents. So, but I do like them.
Mulberry. There you go. That is something I do not have, but that would really be a great scent to blend with oud. Andy says he's still waiting for Dragon Blood soap. I think. Let me just double check. Um. Okay. You know what's that's something we will. I'll ask Barb to do that one next because the ones coming out is Savage, Power, Barbershop, Sublime, and Licorice. So I will make sure that I ask her to, and I don't think she's on tonight. I don't think she's on the stream. I'm not. I know she was just taking it easy earlier. Um, Let me make a note of that. Dragon Blood soap. And Andy, are you looking more for the pine tar soap or the regular body, like the just the body wash soap? Because we can do either or. It just takes a little longer. Marty says he loves the Irish cream. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, that's a great scent. I really do like that one too.
I bet it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was as a result of Collaboration Corner. If you, most of you guys I know have been over there, but just so you know, on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, same time as this show, we do a show called Collaboration Corner, and the whole deal behind that is that you guys and me, we kind of get together, we come up with scent ideas. Like you just throw out your ideas that of different scents you want, and then we can help all collaborate on if like, hey, I think I want to use, say oud and lime, but what else might go with it, or whatever combinations you have in your head that we have those fragrance oils or essential oils, and then we'll reduce it to two scents for that night, and then throughout the next week I'll make them and then I'll review them the following Tuesday, that first part of the show, and it's really fun. It's just kind of good, and then we do those giveaways where whoever I'm going to change it actually. I'm going to make it so I make two bottles. One is whoever came up with the scent. If it's one person, I want to send them that scent. That way they'll have a chance to actually see the result of what what we made. But then also we'll do a giveaway too. So whoever wins that bottle will get the giveaway. So.
Hey, Nate, did you see Michael Zarati's comment? He wants to pay his forward.
Oh, no, I didn't. See, I'm glad you're on the spot here to see this because let me look down.
It says 937. He wants to pay it forward to Tomahawk.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, here we go. It would be my honor to pay my winnings over to Tomahawk or okay, so we can gain a new brother to our family. I've heard Savage is number one, fetish or blackberry tobacco. Well, hey, well, great. Well, thank you so much, Michael. That's really awesome of you. Let me see. All right, so in that case, El Tomahawk 22 Duarte, if you could do me a favor and reach out to me either at Ferocious Beard Company at gmail.com. Or if you go to our website, ferociousbeard.com, and click the contact me, that'll also send me a message. And I just need to know your name and your email address. And then I'll be able to go ahead and send you a $25 gift card. So I'm glad you stopped in here. And sorry I missed the message originally. One thing that has become obviously clear is that, and I don't know why I don't think of doing this, but StreamYard pushes a bunch of messages all at one time. And so it basically moves the old messages out, even sometimes as you're reading them. So,
Yeah,
so I didn't see that.
it's so hard too, especially when everything kind of stacks up and then all of a sudden it pushes everything through StreamYard all of a sudden. It's so hard to keep up with those sometimes.
Yeah. So give me like 20 seconds. I'm going to actually bring up the show on YouTube and then pause it, but I'm going to keep the streaming separate in a different window. So that way, hopefully we can avoid that. So if you hear any extra noises, sorry about that. Maybe some echoes.
Yeah, Michael's a really nice guy. He's somebody in this community that I've seen is just a really great guy in every stream and every chat that I've seen him in. He's an awesome dude, man. That's so nice of you.
Yeah. Oh, Michael's amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Michael. All right, I'm pausing it, and I think I have the ability somewhere to pop out the chat. Now where it actually pops out to, who knows? Let's see. What says nothing to see here? We popped out. Oh, here it is. Where though? Yeah, it popped out somewhere, but I don't know where it popped out to. So that's okay. I'm gonna bring it back, and then I'm going to just keep the stream paused. And
Where are you popping it out from YouTube or from StreamYard?
from YouTube and Google Chrome.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to, let me see if this will work. So this, share.
Oh, I've never looked at that before.
All right, so this is the screen. I paused it on YouTube, but on the right-hand side, if you click here, there's a pop-out chat. And when you click pop out, what happens is it says it popped out. Nothing to see here. We popped out, but it doesn't tell you where it popped out to. Like I see it here, but it's not actually anywhere on my computer that's obvious.
So for me, it opened up in a new tab. That's cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's so weird. And like I've got my Chrome windows going, and like it's so weird. Like it's right here. I can see it, but it just doesn't want to show up. So, oh well, that's okay. I think I can still do it by hitting restore chat and just keeping that going and keeping this pause. So, anyway, sorry about the. All right, great. So let's see. Monkey Gut says he's got to leaving at 3:30 out of state. Never win anyways, but have fun listening to the show. Keep up the good work and good night, y'all. Have a great night, Monkey Gut. Thanks for stopping in here, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, have a good night, brother.
All right, have a safe trip. And oh, we did get another order, by the way. So that means we're doing another bonus giveaway. So give me 1 second. I'll cue that up. See, I told you guys we do a ton of giveaways. So this one is, let's see, there's 26 people here. So this one's going to be for a $10 gift card to Ferocious Beard Company. We've got 26 people here, so that means we're going to do 1 through 13. Let me generate a number here. And when you see the word go, if you could type in one number, please, between 1 and 13. All right. And it's right about this time in the show when it starts to lag. I don't know if you're noticing any lag on your end, but...
No, not on my side. Not in StreamYard anyway.
Okay, that's good.
It does happen,
I am
though.
curious.
StreamYard's good.
Yeah, it definitely, I notice it generally when I'm streaming, and also like I had the YouTube going on the separate window. That's what does it usually. It's like it can't manage both pushing the stream out and bringing something in at the same time. All right, get ready to stop typing. And again, this is a number between 1 and 13. And let me just show you the number that I'm looking for. In this case, it's number 1. So let's see who's the first to have number 1. Let me just bring this up in this just to clear the screen. Number 1. Wow, yeah, we didn't have anybody as number 1 type in number 1 this time.
I don't see one.
That's strange. So what I'll do is let me pick a different number. We could do one of two. Let's do this. Let's pick a random number together and then look to see who had that number. Number 3. Let's see. Cool. How about that? T-Bearded Strickland was the winner. And as a matter of fact, not only were you the winner, but you were the person who made the purchase, which caused the bonus giveaway. So, congratulations. So that's cool. That's awesome. All right. So let me just document that so that way we get you that prize. So thank you so much for the business anyway, and thank you guys for all for participating in that particular one too. All right. So that's cool. Oops, there we go. Let me take that off. So what do you guys have questions for myself or Ken about anything?
Nate, you should have another order hanging out there too, I believe.
Oh, let me see. Actually, you are right. We're talking about Horace. No, he was in Appalachia. Let's see. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, we do. Thank you, Ken. This one is from you. This one came in on the Shopify order just at the same time as Horace's did, so it kind of got it didn't pop up right away. Guys, I guess all these technical programs are having issues. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thank you very much. That is awesome. Let's do that again. We're gonna do another. All right, and we have 26 people here, so I'm curious about something we might want to try. I just downloaded this yesterday, and I want to see how this works. So let's try doing this. This is called, oh, I meant if you can see it. It's called Spinny Wheel, and I have one that has 12 numbers queued up. So why don't we do this? Why don't we type in numbers from 1 to 12, and then I'm going to use that spinny wheel and see if I can get it to work, because I'm curious to try this live. So when you see the go, if you could type in one number between 1 and 12. All right, and let me go to the comments here. Marty says, beard money, Nate. Yes, the orange cream. Yeah, that's the one that came through. So that's a great scent. We started that scent originally as an all-natural essential oil scent. But in my mind, I was thinking I wanted it to be like a creamsicle smell. And although it did have an orange and vanilla scent, it didn't have quite that creamsicle scent that I wanted. And one day, I tried a fragrance oil that was supposed to be like that, and it smelled exactly like what I had envisioned in my head. So I switched it from an essential oil blend to a fragrance oil blend, and I mean, we have both fragrance oils and essential oils, but it just really works so well. Okay, everybody stop, and let's do this now. Before I look at the numbers, let's spin this together. Let me see if we can do it. All right, I don't know if you can see it, but
Oh, I like that.
what does that say? Number 11.
Number 11.
11 wins. So let's see. Beach Bum Beard said 100. Winner. No. Let's see here. I see Big Al. Big Al, you won number 11. So congratulations. That's a $10 gift card to Big Al. Congratulations. That is awesome. And thank you, Ken, for that order. So we haven't even done our giveaways yet. So,
well, I've been wanting to try, and the reason I brought it up is because when I did make the purchase, I was trying to hurry up because I didn't want to sit here and be looking like I'm doing something else while I'm on your stream. But I didn't see the option for caster. So if you can throw that in there, do you still do that?
Oh, we do. Yeah, absolutely.
I love caster.
Okay. Yeah, we do offer the option for caster. It's a free option. it's one of those little check boxes that usually on the website it'll show up, but
Yeah, I'm
you
sure I missed it. I was trying to hurry and not look like I was being rude, while
yeah,
I'm on
no
the trip.
worries at all. Yeah, we got you, no problem at all. In fact, most of the products that we make after it's ordered anyway. So if it's not like we have a bunch of beard oils and balms sitting around,
Right.
so it's easy to add things, to take away things if like you're like, you know what, that orange cream pop was just a little too strong last time. Can you make it a little less intense, or can you make it stronger? Yeah, for sure. Just
Yeah.
absolutely let us know, and we'll be happy to do that.
I
So
love castor.
yeah, castor oil. It grew on me. I'm still not like, I don't use it every day. But I do acknowledge that it works well. Um, it definitely makes the beard oil thicker,
Right.
and it coats every single last strand of your beard hair, because of its how thick it is. It
Mm.
distributes really well onto your beard. We usually use about 15% castor oil, no more than that, because after that it just doesn't really become effective. So
Yeah. And it does
Beardy
take
smells
less.
nice.
Hey,
I'm
Beardy,
sorry. And what did you say, Ken?
I was just saying it does take less oil. I mean, you can use less because that is thicker and coats more. At
Yes.
least for
Yeah.
me.
Exactly. Absolutely. Um, and it's really the thing is, there is a smell, no doubt about it. Castor oil does have a scent to it, and
Right.
so we sometimes will have to add a few drops extra of the fragrance or essential oil just to get over that smell that the castor oil has. But it's works. Bumper sticker, yes, we got those. We've got those 4-inch stickers now, that we're happy to include with your order. Just check the little box saying you want the sticker, and we'll send you a sticker. I think on the website, I'll give you a little secret, guys. It'll say, I want the bumper sticker. You check the box, and it says $1.99. But even if you take that away after, oh yeah, there's those stickers too.
Yeah.
Those are great stickers. And those are those nice die cut stickers. But we've got these 4-inch round stickers that, even if you uncheck it, it'll still show up as you want it, because you originally said you wanted it. And so we'll still send it, even if it says, even if we don't actually see the $1.99, because we just wanted to have a way to make sure that we wouldn't send you something and you not use it. So the
Right.
best way to do that was to
Right.
add a little checkbox. So George is out. He's going to have dinner with the family. George, thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great dinner with the family. That's always a great way to spend an evening, is with the family. So nice. So Lenny says he needs a sticker for his truck. You got it, man. We'll definitely get you a sticker. Um, and not only that, but I've been talking to my neighbor, the one who created the chrome, uh, big chrome for the vehicle, and we were both thinking that it would be cool to have like the chrome version of that creature that we use as our logo, and so that might be something people might want to. So I'll just see how we can do that. I think he can definitely whip up, a bunch of them all on one sheet or something, and then we'll cut them. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but that would be pretty cool. They're pretty big though.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked
So,
your truck. That sticker, what you showed today, that looked awesome. You did a great job.
oh, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely. uh, do you know Elo Pelote, the bearded LEO warrior? He does a beard oil company out here in Fort Worth, and
Right.
he's like, yeah, you could be an honorary Mexican with that sticker, because he's Hispanic, and it's just funny hearing that from him. And I'm like, man, when I saw that, I'm like, it reminded me a lot of driving through like some of my old neighborhoods in Providence, or if you go down to parts of Fort Worth or San Antonio. I think that, yeah, that it would definitely not stand out necessarily from any other of those similar type vehicles there, but it
Right.
definitely is eye catching. So Joshua says, bumper stickers ruin your car. Just saying, cars are meant to be ruined. YOLO.
YOLO.
So, Martin, great question. How long have you been running Ferocious and what made you start a beard care company? What are my favorite products I make? So, we've started Ferocious back in 2017, September of 2017, actually. And how it started was um, I hadn't grown my beard out ever up until the beginning of 2017. I had a goatee periodically off and on. And um, my friend at work, he has a really nice beard. And I started growing my beard out after just being envious of his as he sat like in the next cubicle over from me and we talk sometimes and I'm like, man, I should just try growing my beard out. And so I did start growing it out and then he said, hey, listen, I make my own beard oil at home. Would you like me to bring some in? And if you want to try it, it'll really make your beard grow out well and feel good and stuff like that. So I'm like, sure. And so a couple of days later, he brought some like a 1 ounce bottle of beard oil that he had made, and it was real woodsy smelling. And he had used cedar wood, and I think he used um, some vanilla, and it just really smelled good, and it felt great. It felt really good, and so I thanked him for that. And then a couple of days later, as I'm continuing to use it, I'm like, hey, how do you make that? If you don't mind my asking. He's like, no, and he's telling me how he makes his. So it started giving me some ideas about how to start off with different carrier oils. And so I went out to a local store called Sprouts here, which is like a kind of like a Whole Foods. And I bought a whole bunch of different kinds of carrier oils to try different things out. And I finally decided on the ones I liked. And I just started mixing different scents together, mostly essential oils at first. And before you knew it, I had about 6 or 7 different scents. And really, my beard just started to grow in pretty nicely by then. And
Right.
I was talking to Barb, and I thought she was going to think I was crazy for doing this, but I'm like, hey, Barb, I'm thinking that I really like making these beard oils. What do you think about starting a beard oil company? Just because I liked how it felt, and several other people who I'd given it to liked how theirs felt, and they liked the smells of them. And so one thing led to another, and I started Ferocious on a shoestring budget. We opened a Shopify website, and I got incorporated. We're an LLC actually in Texas, and little by little, we started growing. Seriously, very little at first. Like I think we spent a lot more the first year than we made, um, and then mostly on supplies, bottles. Because you're buying 100 bottles at a time sometimes. Although back then I think we are doing like 50 at a time. Now I'll usually get an order of 200 bottles at a time, and then usually I don't know. We just spent a ton of money in the beginning, and I'm like, wow, did we do the right thing here? But little by little, we always took care of our customers. Though we always, from day one, had a 25% discount for veterans, and then recently I've been able to expand that to law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMS. Um, and not only that, but the app that we use to do that discount is free now, where the app that I used to use was like 24 or $29 a month. So we were paying almost $30 a month to be able to give the discount to veterans. But it was worth it to me because I wanted to make sure that I was able to do that in a way that was fair, in a way where I didn't have to manage it actively. Like I didn't want someone to be sending me their personal information. I wanted this third party to be able to vet it to make sure that um, only the veterans were getting that discount that I wanted. Like that was in my
Right.
head what I envisioned. Is I want to be able to offer veterans a discount. Um, and so yeah, ever since day one, I've done that. So my favorite products though, I really love our beard oils. I love our beard butters, and I love Barb's soaps. Those are my favorite products. Um, I the beard wax. We do have a beard and mustache wax. It's 50% beeswax. I don't wear it very often just because, well, for one, I've been working from home since March, so I haven't really had a need to go out and have my beard firm down. But um, um, the beard bombs are a nice conditioning balm. They do offer some hold, but it's more of a conditioning balm. The the butters are super conditioning, and it's mostly shea butter. It's lanolin. We're starting to introduce some carrier oils into there too, just to give it a little bit more of a conditioning. Um, so those are my favorite products. It's really the oils, though. I really love the oils because to me, the oils are what I use, which make my beard feel great during the day. Is just and the different scent options we have. So that's pretty
Yeah,
much. So I just love the oils.
that's what's so unique about your company is all the scent options. Um, you are fully customizable, and at least there's only one other that I know of. There may be more,
Hmm.
but I love the fact that you do that.
Yeah, thank you. And that's the funny thing is like, you know, for the first 2 years, while we were continuing to introduce new scents, at the same time, something was nagging at me in my brain saying, maybe we're doing too many scents. Maybe it's too much to manage. Maybe we're not doing what other companies are doing, and maybe they're managing the way their process is better because of the fact that they only have 12 cents or 15 cents or some of them 6 cents. So for us, the process was never make 100 bottles of beard oil and then put out a sale on those 100 bottles, and then when they're gone, they're gone. It's always been, hey, we're going to have these scents, and then when you order them, we'll make them for you that day, and then we'll send them out. And it's all we knew at the beginning. But then when we started having more and more scents, um, it was like, well, I don't know. I questioned if I was doing it right. And I guess what's right for me isn't necessarily right for you or whoever else is running a beard oil company. But for me, as it turns out, this is the right process for us because once we started, like in the beginning of 2020, I stopped selling 62 cents. I brought it down to 12 cents. And what happened was when I did that, people started asking me, hey, don't you have, a horchata anymore? Don't you have um, lime vanilla anymore? And it's like, I have the ingredients to make these scents. Uh, I have I have the ability to send it out quickly. I can make it and send it out. Why not send it? If people are asking for these things, why
Hmm.
not just make them and keep them on the website? For what reason should I not? Like, I don't know. It was almost like an epiphany after, like, okay, all the things that make Ferocious different are the things I tried to change in the beginning of 2020. And what ended up happening was, in some ways, we ended up becoming a lot like almost any other company out there. Um, like, would it make any sense to have custom beard oils for sale and yet you only have 12? Uh, we've got the ingredients for them anyway, so why not have as many scents as we can think of that make sense to make? So I brought them back. They still say special order for the ones that aren't our 12 most popular scents, but that's just something that I tried to originally segregate the two so that way I could remove those special order scents when we went to 12. So
Right.
that's pretty much how we ended up with so many scents and why we continue to grow with our scents because we've got the ingredients for them. So for us, it just makes sense to do that. And especially since everything's fresh anyway, we never have a stock of, um, you know, 20 bottles of whatever. It's everything is made to order. Even the oils, I mean, even the balms and the butters all start off as base balms and butters that we make, and then make them scentless, right? And then we put them in the Ferocious fridge, which is a huge fridge that we have in our garage. And then when somebody orders something like Fetish or Savage, we'll pull them out, we'll scent them, or we'll melt them down, I should say. Then we'll scent them. Then
Right.
we stir them and cool them off, and then when they're cool, we label them and we send them out. So pretty much everything is essentially fresh, day one fresh when you order from Ferocious. So
Yeah, and that's important because of shelf life, right? Um, you know, we know, especially in what I do as a reviewer, right? There's other guys that do it out here also. I mean, I can never possibly go through everything that I've bought. So
Yes.
I usually end up
Right.
giving a lot of stuff away. So that shelf life's important.
Yeah. Oh no, it totally is important.
Yeah.
And like okay, we have the raw ingredients. We take those, we make them into our base balms and butters, and then they'll sit probably a month. Base, like they'll sit in their container, scentless, and then so meanwhile, when we get low on those, we make more because people are when I say a month, no more than a month, I guess is what I mean to say, because we're pulling them out and then we're melting them down, we're scenting them, we're shipping them out. And then meanwhile, we're making more baseless scents, and they're kind of like rotating stock of baseless scents or scentless bases, I should say. And then yeah, so it's just a constant rotating process. And for us, that process works well. For others, it might not be. It might be a pain to make 7 or 12 or however many orders we get of different scents in one day. But for us, that's the way we know how to do it, and it's the way that works for us. So,
Right.
but I'm going to randomly stick Ferocious stickers in Starbucks all over San Antonio.
That's all.
That is funny. They're gonna be. I wonder if we could. Yeah, we know nothing about that, Michael. Nothing. So, sticker for your water bottle. Yeah, we definitely those we've got the 4-inch stickers and we've got the regular stickers, and we send those out with each of our orders. So, and we also you guys probably already know that for the people that have ordered, but we if you spend more than $20 while we still have them, we ordered 500 koozies, and so we're sending those out as the orders go out. So if anything over yes, there you go.
I got one here.
So, and cool, like no matter how you turn it, you're gonna see it. So it's
Right.
like on both sides, the same print. And so yeah, it's like things like that that might kind of make us stand out from others. You spend you know $20 roughly. I'm not gonna be like he spent 1947. I'm not gonna send him. No, come on, if it goes over 20 with the shipping, you're gonna get yourself a koozie until I run out. So yeah, and it's for me. It's kind of a nice way to gauge too how sales are going. Is like when I get this box of 500, and we're already through the first level of them, and then so we're on the second level now. So it's like, whoa, this is really moving pretty quickly. So it's been an interesting growth, little by little, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, I'd love to do this full time if I could. Oh, Marty says he wants a chrome one. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get with my neighbor. My neighbor's name is Cody, and he does that for a living. Not well, he does a lot of things having to do with marketing for a living. Like he isn't necessarily an installer, but he makes a lot of these types of things. So yeah, that would be awesome if I can get him to print out a whole bunch of those, and then we'll see what we can do to get those on the website. Yeah, the chrome was sick. Nice. I have no idea how much that would probably charge, like how much it would cost for those stickers, depending on the size too. They might be anywhere from like $10 to $20 or something like that.
Oh wow.
So, but we'll figure it out. Because that chrome, I mean, it's like once it's on there, it's on there. The only way to get it off, I think, is like with a razor blade. And then not only that, but once you use the razor blade, then you have to use this. What is it called? Because I had to get some gunk off of my car when we did one part of it again, and it worked pretty well. What is that stuff called? Let me see.
Fucking Gugon.
Yes, there you go. Gugon.
Mrs. Bluegrass loves Gugon. She uses that on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I had never heard of it before, but yeah, and it smells great too. Like doesn't have a bad smell. And yeah, it works great. When will the Savage soap be available? It will be available just around another 3.5 weeks or so, close to 30 days. That'll be ready for you, Joshua. Let's see. Yeah, most homegrown starter oils always end up smelling woodsy. Every person that's come to me has been like, "Dude, try out my oil," and it smells like sandalwood. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And in fact, even the first one I got was um, woodsy smelling. Like that just seems to be the way that beard oils are supposed to smell, but we have some woodsy scents, but we also have a lot of scents that are not woodsy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people start off that way. I actually several years ago I tried to make my own beard oil. I did it one time because it turned out it was just garbage. So I never tried again. But I went with woodsy scents because I walked into GNC and that's what I found. So
Yeah, woodsy scents are definitely like the starter pack that people. It's like that's all. Let me get me some cedarwood, maybe some pine, and they make a lot of woodsy scents. But I would say though, if you do have any interest in, you know, making some more beard oils, was it the scents that got you, or was it the carrier oils? Like what
I think
got
it
you?
was the carriers. It felt terrible in my beard. The smell wasn't too bad, but in my beard it just felt terrible. I had no idea what I was doing, and I figured out that it's just not my thing. Nate, I can promise you, I'm never coming after your company. I'll never be your competition. So I was horrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of competitors out there now. Even when I started, there was quite a few then, but I think there's a lot more now, and some that were there then. Unfortunately, some really good companies have left.
Yeah,
Some that have not been so good have also left. Um, and so there's different levels of, I guess, what I call competition. There's the true, $1 million businesses that are out there, and they've been doing it for years, or they've been just heavily invested, and so they have a ton of money to really get the marketing out and stuff like that.
right.
Um, but then there's also the companies like which are similar to mine, where it's homegrown and it's handcrafted with care and with love, and so there's a lot of great companies out there. And then there's
Yeah,
also other people that are kind of what I call enthusiasts, like they make their own beard products, but they don't care at all about any profit. They just want to hey, get this, I made this, and what do you think of this? And it's for fun. It's like a hobby, and that's
yeah,
cool too. But like from a business point of view, like these are all our competitors, and we think that like competition makes everybody better, because it kind of gives everybody kind of a a goal to strive towards. Like
right.
if someone's able to make something that is this good, um, what are we able to do that? And so I love competition. I think it really makes other companies, including ourselves, better for, like I remember when we first started, Barb and I would talk about what's going to make us so different than other companies, and it's a great question, because like there's so many companies out there, like how are you going to stand out? And little by little you start ticking off things like 25% veteran discount, getting orders out in 1 to 2 business days. I mean, I've ordered several things in the past 2 weeks, and one of them I haven't received yet, and so others, one's in the mail, it's en route. um, and so it's like, okay, there's that. What about 62 cents, right? I mean, that's a lot of choices. So we've got choices for people. We've got our $8.95 New Day beard blend, our beard oil, which is for me to compete with the Targets and stuff like that who are selling the mass produced stuff, that I want to be able to have the option to give people a handcrafted beard oil for, less than $10,
Yeah,
So
you
it's
want to
things
save
like that, and you start adding them up, you
their
know.
yeah, you want to
So
save their beard. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I stopped a guy in Walmart who was buying some big box stuff, and I was like, "No, you don't want to do that." Give him a
yeah,
websites.
yeah, and it's like, okay, now I will acknowledge. I mean, there's some products in the stores that I think are good, but I think for the most part, there's a lot of these products that are just mass produced, and they're not, they're they may have some preservatives in it. They may have things that you don't necessarily want to put in your beard. So I don't know. I just like to give people the option, and I love like the New Day Beard Blend, which is that's the one in which we use sunflower oil instead of jojoba oil. Now, not only is sunflower oil inexpensive, but it's also great for your beard. So I'm able to sell it for a lot less. Now I can't put the discount on it just because we sell it for $8.95. I can't bring it too much lower, or else it's not at all profitable to make. So
Right. Right.
let's see, Nate, what is the first beard oil scent you ever put in your beard? The very first scent I put in my beard was a company. I think they're out of England, and I don't remember the name of the company, but it was very close. It was kind of like our lime sublime. It was like a coconut lime verbena smell. I can't remember
Oh,
the
nice.
name of it. So Michael said, "This is a really great, smooth, and fun live stream with Ken on this week. Good choice, Nate." Yeah, thank you, Michael. I think so too.
Yeah. And again, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're always welcome. Do I have Savage Conditioner? Savage Conditioner, that's no, I don't believe I have Savage Conditioner. In fact, right now actually we put a pause on the conditioner because uh so of all the things we make, the conditioner is the one thing that we have a base conditioner that we use, and we sent it. And that conditioner is not, we don't have any right now, and it's not available at the moment. So rather than get a different base conditioner, I don't want to change it up, and people are going to wonder why it feels a little different than the one we have. So um, unfortunately, that is, we put them off the market temporarily just because of the fact we don't have enough to make, more than a couple of bottles at the moment.
Yeah. How much
So.
trouble have you had since March or so with COVID? Have you had an issue with your suppliers or getting bottles or anything like that?
So I haven't had an issue with bottles, but where I have had issues with is getting some fragrance oils. Um, in fact, sometimes they'd be even a month and a half later than it would be like pre-COVID. So that was an issue. Bottles, not so much. We've been able to actually find some better deals on Amazon recently with some bottles.
Hmm.
Um, but Yeah, I would just say like some of the companies that produce the fragrance oils, like the minimum they'll have is a 55-gallon drum, and it's like, okay, we're not quite there yet, give us like maybe a couple of years, but um, so that's the one issue we've had. But luckily, we've purchased larger amounts, and because we have so many scents, now usually any one particular scent doesn't go super fast, but combination of all the different scents we have um, has I think helped to prevent that from happening.
Right.
Podcastrophe says, I just got my Kingsman from the Father's Day sale today. Okay, yeah, Kingsman. They to me, I think their oud scent, if that's the Kingsman you're talking about, is on fire, man. I think they make some amazing oud. I think
Yeah.
we make some amazing oud, but theirs is. I'll even say I think theirs is even a little bit more amazing. They make some really good stuff.
Yeah. You're talking about the Holy Grail.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Everyone has a lumberjack scent. It's got to be unique and be different. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beach Bum Beard, you're absolutely right. Um, it's definitely, I mean, you know, to have 62 cents. I've heard this too. I've heard some people say that um, they'd rather support a company that has 12 cents that they perfected than maybe buy from a company that has a whole bunch of different cents. And I guess my response to that would be something like after you've perfected 12 cents, and you can't perfect that cent anymore, then what? What do you do then? I mean, if
Right.
you, why not? I mean, we're talking years here in a company growth. Why not have more sense? Why not practice? And that's the cool thing about like Collaboration Corner and when people order custom scents is that every time someone orders something that we've never made before, we get that much more experience in learning about how different scents work together that we wouldn't necessarily know unless someone ordered that. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so let's see. Yeah, Holy Grail. I got King's Court, a refill of chainmail and chainmail wash, co-wash. Tiki says, I asked Kingsman a question the other day and they still have yet to get back to me. Yeah. Tiki, they thinking about the answer. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Every company is different though, so I don't know what they do on the back end, versus why I know what we do, but yeah, it's definitely one of those. So we've got 20 people on the show. All right, guys, I do want to do a giveaway. So this is not a bonus giveaway. This is a regular giveaway, and this is going to be for a Ferocious Beard starter pack. And what that is, let me just type this in here. So what a Ferocious Beard starter pack consists of is a beard oil, a balm or butter of your choice, a wash of your choice, like whatever scent you want, and then a boar bristle brush or comb. Either it's up to you. So they retail, I think, for $58.95 on our website. So that is a pretty good deal.
That's a huge giveaway.
So yeah, so that's going to be the giveaway for right now. So let me cue that up and let's see. Oh, let me see. I feel like you've answered this. But if someone does a custom set and you feel like it won't be a successful blend, would you contact with blend recommendations or just make it? I think, yeah, that's a good question, Podcastrophe. I would reach out to them and say, hey, you know what? I'm mixing this scent together right now, and here's what I think. I think it's maybe we shouldn't have done, fill in the blank. Maybe instead, what do you think about adding this? I would definitely do that. Now, that being said, I'm not like the end all be all of fragrances, right? So what smells good to me or bad to me, someone else might really love. So, but I would definitely reach out if I thought that it wasn't working out. And I just think that's the fair thing to do. So, I tried the great product already. All right, cool. So let me get that queued up. And we have got 22 people in here. So let's do the giveaway. All right, so since there are 22 people in here, we'll keep it simple. We'll do like a 1 through 10, just to kind of increase the odds that somebody gets the right answer right away. Let me see. That was an excellent question. I have been curious to me to ask that same question. All right, cool. Yeah, awesome. I may give that a try and try to work with that scent. Yeah, absolutely. Let me know. Especially, I've made some scents that I've actually made bottles, and I'm like, you know what? This is not working the way I want it to, and I'll throw it away and reformulate it with something else because it all depends on how you bring the scents up. Like if you all like to me, I always start with like 1 or 2 drops of each thing, and then I'll slowly build up each individual one, kind of like a mixing board. And then I'll think it might need something else, and then I'll just bring them up little by little until I think it smells good. But if you bring up the wrong thing, though, you can ruin it. So
right.
All right. So anyhow, let's get this going here. We've got 21 people in the house. If you could pick a number when you see the word go from 1 to 10. And here you go, guys.
I always love seeing the delay from the StreamYard side because when we're just watching on YouTube, right, we see go and then bam, we start putting numbers in. But you know how it is on StreamYard. There's a little wait there for.
Oh, yeah. On Streamline, it's like, okay, and go, and then it's us again.
Yeah. And there they are.
All right. So let me put the timer on real quick just to officially count down the seconds. And again, this is for the Ferocious Beard Starter Kit.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, so the number I am looking for is number 3. So let's see here. What do I see? And look I see T-Bearded Strickland is number 3. You are the winner of the Ferocious Beard Starter Kit. So So, well, like you've gotten the $10 gift card today and a Ferocious Beard starter kit. You are on fire today, man. Congratulations. And then
Congratulations, brother.
what we can do is just reach out to me after and let me know which beard oil you want, if you want a balm or a butter, and what scent you want of those, and then the wash, what scent you want, and then if you want a comb or a brush. So congratulations, and thanks to everybody for participating in that one.
Yeah, podcaster feed, and maybe has he been in your one of your collaboration corners?
Um, I I think so, but I gotta double check my. Let me check those notes. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I see podcaster. You've been in one of our collaboration corners, haven't you? You have. I'm pretty sure. Multi winners in here and Colin Joe stream. Look at that. Summer having lucky nights. Yes. Oh, you have not been. Okay. Well, head over there if you get a chance on Tuesday nights, and you can also take a look on our historical videos on YouTube because we just save them there. See how it operates, and you'll get some great ideas too just from that. So let's
I've
see.
still
I've been
got
to
my
the
one
gym.
idea that I'm going to bring back to you on this coming Tuesday. You remember you remember last Tuesday we were talking about rum chata?
Yes.
So rum chata is basically a mixture. It's a Wisconsin-based product. It was created in Wisconsin. So it's a mix of like Wisconsin dairy cream, cinnamon, vanilla, rum,
Hmm.
and cinnamon. Did I say that? I think so. There's something else
Yep.
and
Huh.
some kind of secret flavors. But anyway, yeah.
That sounds. It sounds similar to the horchata, which we have is cinnamon and vanilla. But when you're talking about kind of more of a creamy scent to it too, or in a rum, that sounds really good. Oh, so you're going a bit blurry, Nate. Yeah, that could be. I found House Ken. Is he blurry too? Because if it's just one screen going blurry, then that's probably my connection, right? Like on my screen, I see it as fine. Podcaster says, "Let me ask you this: what do you think Heritage smells like? I think of Marlboro Reds among many other things. I don't know what Heritage is. Um, Now, I used to smoke years ago, and I will admit I love the smell of a Marlboro Red before it's lit. But it's been we quit back in 2007. But Heritage, yeah, I'm not sure what Heritage is. Do you know what that is, Ken? Is that maybe a fragrance?
I don't. I'm not sure what he might be referring to there.
Okay. Um, hmm. All right. So, Michael, you say that Ken is clear. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know, like, on my screen, I'm clear. On the website, I'm looking at the StreamYard website, and I'm clear. So I'm just not sure.
It looks like there's a Heritage Beard Company. I've never heard of them. They look, and then it shows up Beard Club, so it may be a Beard Club thing. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, there's Oh, oh,
Oh,
okay. Here we go. Oh, heritage is a joke amongst my friends and I, making fun of the people here in Indiana that fly the Confederate flag, even though they have no connection to the South. Okay. Oh, so that's why you think they smell Marlboro Reds? Okay, because they're sitting around smoking. Gotcha. Um, yeah. Oh, doing well, enjoying my last night of vacation. Back to work in the morning. Oh man, all good things must end. Michael says, okay, doesn't change the program. Yeah, just Michael, just pretend it's a podcast. And just sit back and just imagine it's a podcast. That's one thing I'm actually interested in doing is starting a podcast. Um,
yeah. I think you do a good one. Yeah.
it's just the topic, like just trying to figure out what to talk about. Like I don't want to just talk about beard oils and beard balms. I want to, maybe it's a little bit different than what we talk about here. Um, but I think like it would be cool to do like one of the people that we're sponsoring now, not people, but it's a group. roll call room, and it's a former law enforcement officer. He runs a podcast, and it's all about like PTSD in law enforcement. And his podcast is just really cool. I just love listening to it. The way he put it together, and it's just like just trying to start something. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Michael says, "We just wish Ken's ugly mug was blurry."
I don't blame you.
Oh
That
no.
dude's ugly. I don't blame you. Not at all.
I feel that like my job goes on shutdown twice a year for 2 weeks. I go back Monday. Oh, 2 weeks. Well, I mean, 2 weeks though. Like, so when it goes on shutdown, so you have no choice. You have to take the 2 weeks then, right? You can't. I mean, you probably maybe have some other vacation time, but you have to take it every year the same time when they shut down, huh?
We have a we have a factor here locally that does that once a year, once or twice a year. They shut down for 2 weeks, for I think for safety, for cleanup, for whatever. I got a couple of friends that work there, so
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mrs. Bluegrass asked, "Do I eat pineapple on pizza?" No, not usually. I have had it before, but I have not liked pineapple my whole life up until we went to Hawaii to get married actually in 2002, and we went to the Dole pineapple plant, and they had this Dole Whip there, and I really liked it, and I'm like, dang, this is good. So ever since then, I've been able to eat pineapple, but on pizza, I'm not super fan.
I'm the only one that does in my house. Mrs. Bluegrass does not.
Oh, now do you don't like art like anchovies, do you?
I don't. No, 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 no.
No.
No, I'm a pepperoni, ham, pineapple, and sometimes I'll do like hot peppers, but that's it.
Okay. Now, one time I got a delivery, and it was not DiGiorno. It was a pizza that was incorrectly ordered, and the I opened it up and the anchovies were on there. I didn't order those, and I was like, now I got it, and I'm curious. I'm like, okay, what does this actually taste like? And I brought it up, and I almost bit into it, but I couldn't because it was fuzzy. Like it was just disgusting looking. I don't know. And then it
Yeah.
smelled. I'm like, there we go. I can't even eat pizza now. Every time we go back to work from a holiday or vacation, we forget the value of a weekend that will come, and we are always a day closer to the next vacation. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, vacations, they're great, but they go so fast that it's like, wow, where did that time go?
Yeah, we were just on vacation last week.
Did you go? You went somewhere, did you?
We did. We went to Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
we
did,
went
how,
to
I'm
what's that?
sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, how did you feel traveling? Uh, like, did you feel like, oh man, this COVID's like, I don't really feel like going anywhere, but I'm gonna go just because it's time? Or what were your thoughts?
No, so we had that vacation planned for a long time. I think we made the reservations back in. I'm pretty sure it was late 2019. We had decided a long time ago we were going to take this trip, and so we went back and forth several times on are we going to cancel, are we not going to cancel. And luckily, the cancellation policy was extended because of COVID. We could have canceled up until like a week before. So we went back and forth many times, but in the end, um, COVID was kind of winding down, or at least it seemed. So we
Mm-hmm.
decided to go ahead and go. And plus, we were going to a private resort with a private beach, so it wasn't a real crowded public beach. Um,
Okay.
and so I felt comfortable the whole time. Now that being said, now that I'm back, I work from home except for one day a week.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to go in, then I'll go actually to the office. But they do have me. They want me to kind of stay home for 2 weeks and not come in, just kind of self quarantine. And I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That I took a week vacation a couple of weeks ago, and we didn't go anywhere. And part of me was like, well, I don't want to go somewhere else just to quarantine there in their hotel, or rather than home. Like at least at home you have everything you need and you're not spending money. But I don't know. I just maybe I should have went somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I still have another 2 weeks I think throughout the rest of the year, but and we'll do something. I think we're gonna go down to Austin a couple of weeks from now just for a few days. But I don't know. I just feel like it kind of bummed me out, the whole Corona. I mean, it's like a whole year's been taken from us, basically. I feel like,
Yeah.
you know.
2020. I've read 2020 is that year where you it's almost the same thing as looking both ways to cross the street, and then you get hit by an
Hmm.
airplane. That's 2020.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And it's like, okay, we've quarantined for so long now,
Yeah.
and you know, at least in Texas, the numbers have gone up, and like the kids are going to be starting school in a month and a half, and like one of the options, luckily, actually two of the three options is they can attend school virtually. So we've both elected for them to do it that way. But one of the options is they can go back to school, and I'm like, it's too early, I think, in Texas for that. But
Yeah, our schools did the same thing, and my wife and I really kind of let my wife decide because she handles the school stuff when I'm down here working. She killed it last year when it was that non-traditional instruction. She did a great job, but I pretty much let her decide, and we are going to keep our kids home as long as
mm-hmm.
the school system will let us do that and do the online learning.
Sure. Oh, that's awesome, and that's great for her that she was able to do that. I
Yeah,
know Barb did a lot of that too for just making sure while I was in this room doing my day job that she was making sure that they were logging in correctly and keeping up with the schedule of the school and making sure that they were in the rooms they're supposed to be, that they're not playing too much with the dogs during class and all that stuff. So yeah, my voice is getting a little dry here, so
yeah. Michael wants us all to drink, so hey, let's drink.
drink. So yeah, so just have banana peppers, and that's a perfect pizza. Banana peppers are really good. My youngest daughter, when she was young, she actually liked them a lot, and then as she grew older, she stopped eating them. But she can't believe she used to like them. I'm like, yeah, you used to really like these a lot. Banana peppers are so good. Yeah, absolutely. It's a peppery, salty flavor and so good on pizza. Way to go, Nate. Drank. Completely agree, Tyson. So, hey Ken, would you mind watching the show for a second while I might go get another drink.
Absolutely, yeah. Go for it.
All right, I'll be back in a second.
Yep. So, Michael, I've always wanted to know, and I've never asked you, your profile, your avatar picture there, you and that fish. What's the story with that? Where did you catch that? I've never seen it big enough. It looks like a smallmouth, but I may be wrong. So, I've always been curious about that. I like that picture. Pizza beard oil. That would be interesting, but mine would have pineapple in it. I think that'd be interesting. Yeah, now it's Ken. I don't know. I might ruin this show. Hey Cam, I'll get back to you on that. I'm not sure. I'll message you when this is over. I believe that Johnny Grooms is doing one, so I think I heard him say that earlier. Pizza beard oil, yeah. Steak should be medium. Yeah, I'm good with medium or medium rare. Anything above medium is too done for me. And I'm not really a rare guy. I knew he would. Cam, he loves the after darks. So, and he's good. He's good at them too. I enjoy his shows. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure that he will do one. Medium to medium well, medium rare, medium well. Yeah. So yeah, Tyson, that was so awesome. I was glad to see that. I don't know if I think he's still on that other show. He was doing a live stream tonight, but if you guys missed it, so Devin, Beard Code, he went on a live stream on Instagram with Copper John's Tyson, and he ate a medium rare steak. I was so proud of him. It was like watching my little brother break a fear. Is he here? Where's he at? Or is he still on the other stream? I think that's okay. So Michael says, I caught that bass in October 2016 in a creek here in San Antonio. It was a 2.5 pound largemouth. Okay. Caught my personal best about 2 weeks ago in the same spot. 3.7 largemouth on topwater. That's awesome. Awesome. That's from your. I mean, the picture. It's a nice looking fish. Yeah, I saw that you posted that. That's something that has got to stay there for posterity. Matter of fact, um, you can actually post that on your. I forget what they call it. Right there in Instagram, underneath your profile, there's things that you can save there. That should go there. That should be there for everybody to see. And Logan, I don't think he liked it. He didn't seem too thrilled with it. Now, also in that same stream, Tyson, Copper John Tyson, he ate a well done steak, so it was kind of a trade off. And then Devin had gotten some beard oil and butter for that. So yeah, but no, I don't think he liked it at all. His face didn't look like it. Yeah, worst steak ever. You're talking about the well done steak that you had to eat. I can't do well done steaks now. When we go to medium rare porterhouse, yeah, when we go out to eat, so if we get burgers, my wife, so Mrs. Bluegrass here, she'll order her burgers. I'm pretty sure medium well. Burgers, I have to get well done. There's just something about ground beef with me. But steaks, medium rare to medium all day long. I can do well done. I just prefer it rarer than well done. Yeah, well done is just too done for me. Yeah.
Talking about my favorite subject other than beard oil, steaks.
Steak, yeah, we got the steak conversation going. You know, that's a big hot topic in the community. So
Yeah, I personally like medium to medium well, but I I'll do I'll do medium rare for a little bit, but I mostly like medium to medium well.
yeah, if I'm getting it done at a steakhouse, where there's chefs that cook them every day, I'll go medium rare. But if we're at a barbecue or somebody and I'm not sure how that chef may be, that person grilling, then I'll pretty much ask for medium.
Yeah, yeah, you can't go wrong generally with medium because they can always bring it back onto the grill if they need to.
Right.
Just catching up with a couple of these here. Um, Johnny said he'd give in and do one.
Yeah, we were talking about the after dark shows that we like to do sometimes after, basically the after shows, the late night streams.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I've seen a couple of people doing those things. Which it would be cool to do. It's just then at some point Barbara's gonna be like, "Are you ever gonna come down here?" So
Yeah, Mrs. Bluegrass just goes to bed, so I got pulled into one. I think it was 2 weekends ago. With Johnny Grooms, a lot of fun, but I don't think we finished up until it was almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
oh wow, how
Yeah.
many people showed up?
Oh yeah, there was. A matter of fact, there were people that popped in and they're like, "Holy cow, you guys are still alive!"
It's gonna set a record for the longest stream.
Right.
That's funny. Um, just looking at some of the comments, like Michael says he caught a bass.
Yeah, we were talking about his avatar picture there. I've always wondered what that was.
Okay, yeah, look at that, 2.5 pounds. 0.7 largemouth on top water. Phew. Nice. Copper Johns, what's up, Copper Johns? I was laughing so hard it posted if you wanted to watch it.
Yeah. So Devin Beardco, did you see that today? He ate a medium rare, or I'm sorry, yeah, medium rare steak.
Oh, really?
He did.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, maybe I'll check that out after I could see the reaction.
Yeah. It's on Copper John's Instagram.
Is it all right? Yeah, for sure. I'll check it out after. Uh, that should be funny. What's the funniest thing you've ever seen on a stream? Or is funny the word, I guess, or more like the thing that made you say, "Holy crap, what's going on?"
On a stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had one of those yet. Um, well, so there's some things that I won't say here. Um, we can talk after, but there's some streams that I don't really like to be a part of. I'll put it
Mm-hmm.
that way. I'm a family guy.
Okay.
My family watches, so yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I understand. I remember watching. There was that super hot, like the different. I think they were either the Nuts or something on Dan Seed's show, and
Oh yeah.
Alex from Beard Bento froze like in this position, and
Yep.
it's like oh, and so there was a little concern that he might have had to go to the hospital, but he ended up being okay after. But yeah, that was the one of the weirdest things I've seen as far as the whole scenario playing out, and then him just his camera freezing in that position. Like, oh, is he alive? Is he still with us? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. I didn't think about that one. That's a good one. Yeah, the Death Nut Challenge.
Yeah, that's what it was. So
Yeah, the Tyson food eating competitions also.
yeah. That's right. Um, I those it's funny because you have no idea how those are gonna play out. You know.
I think now we do. Tyson's going to win.
Well, with all that, all those McDonald's and things like that.
I don't know where he puts it at. It's crazy.
I know. I mean, some people, they can be thin as a nail and eat all that food and still stay thin.
Yeah. Hey, Marty, have a good night, brother.
Take care, Marty. Thanks for coming in here, man. We will see you hopefully Tuesday and hopefully next Friday too. Yeah, all revolves around food. Isn't that right? We all love food. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I like I used to be quite a bit heavier, and I used to eat like two portions of things, and so yeah, I love food too. Um, it took literally. What happened was, um, my wife quit her main job a few years ago, and ever since then, um, that's when I started eating more at home because we didn't eat out nearly as much as we did before, and so we really started, kind of pinching our pennies and stuff, and over the course of about a year and a half almost, I lost like 50 pounds, and but it was slow enough that I think I'm gonna pretty much keep it off now. But it's really kind of, I think, from a health point of view, what I needed, because I used to get these back pains like every 6 months, like a slip disc, and I think because of my weight, keeping it on there was not helping at all. But have not had those problems since.
Yeah.
Has Marty ever tried Ferocious? I was thinking about him if I get lucky guess again. Marty, have you tried Ferocious? I'm not sure if you have or not. I think you might have. But was
Yeah,
Marty leaving? He left, right?
I think he left. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did leave. He just left. Um, let's see. The summer between my sophomore and junior years of high school, I ate a 40 count bag of pizza rolls damn near every day. Right. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Um, and like when I was in the Air Force, I went in at like 185, and I got out at like 199, which is the max for 5'11", according to the government, before you're on the quote unquote fat boy program,
Right.
And so I got out at 199, and then over the course of years, I got up to generally about 235. And then, although when Barb was pregnant, I actually gained like 15 pounds of that sympathy weight going, like, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's rough, and I ended up getting up to 250 then. And so then I get down to 235 again. But then, yeah, over the past, just about 2 years now, I've gotten down to about 180 or so, 179, 180. So I
That's
feel
awesome.
I feel better, but
Yeah. So I got out of the Army in 2005, and I did that thing where when I got out, I said, "Okay, I'm gonna take a week off from PT," and that week turned into 8 years. I didn't do anything, and so
yeah.
I had gotten up by 2013. I had gotten up to I was 278 pounds.
Okay.
I'm the exact same size you are. It's the reason I said, yeah, you were right at the top. You said 199. I was the exact same. Um,
Oh,
I was always borderline to that Army Fat Boy program, right?
yep.
Uh, and so anyway, I got up to 278, and in 2013, I was like, man, I got to do something. So I lost in the next 18 months, I got down to 200. So I lost 78 pounds in
Wow.
18 months. I've put some of that back on, but
Hmm.
I need to get back in the gym and get it back off. I haven't put it all back on, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, I need to work out more. I haven't been working out nearly as much as I used to. Um, and I think it's really more like just portion size, which has kept me down.
Right.
So I can only imagine like actually working out would probably be more beneficial too. I just need to find the time to do it
Yeah.
and not have any excuses, right? You know.
I haven't got back in the gym since COVID started. I still have my gym membership. Since COVID, I haven't gone back yet.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a gym membership. A few years ago I went through the police academy, and a lot of the things that they did were things um like where you didn't need like you'd start to jog and then you do some burpees in the middle of that, and then if you saw a picnic bench or a seat like a chair on a trail or something, you'd like jump up on the chair with your feet. And so it's a lot of that kind of stuff. Medicine balls. So and I found that it was more fun than going to a gym. But you kind of need a couple of people to do that, you know, or else it's pretty boring. You're just out there doing burpees by yourself. You kind of
Yeah.
need that motivation to help each other out. So let's see. Tiki asked what my favorite restaurant is. Um, well, I do, I do like Texas Roadhouse a lot. It's it's not fancy, but I really love the environment there, the atmosphere, and I like their steaks a lot. So I'll say if I had to choose a chain, I would probably say Texas Roadhouse is my favorite chain. What about you, Ken? What's your favorite restaurant?
So mine is a restaurant called Chewy's.
Oh
Um,
yeah, okay,
have you heard of that?
yeah, it's like a Tex-Mex style.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we've got a couple around. Yeah, that's a good restaurant too.
We love
Absolutely.
Chewy's. Their creamy jalapeno dip is amazing.
Yeah, it's been probably 2 years or so since I went to Chewy's, but there's definitely there's one maybe 3 miles from here, so right off
Yeah.
of I-35 heading through Fort Worth. All right, let me just catch up on a couple of these. Podcast weighs 180. Cool. Food is the key to human interaction. Yeah, it is.
Pretty much.
When I turned 23, I went from 130 to 166 in a matter of 3 months. So I decided it was time to hit the gym. I'm almost 30 now, and 180. Yeah, and I'm 49 now. So like I'm like I don't feel like I'm 49. I probably feel like I'm, you know, 39 sometimes. Although sometimes I'll get out of bed, I'm like, oh man, my back's killing me. But for the most part, though, like up here, I feel mostly younger than I actually am.
Right.
So yes, portion control, sugar control, soda control.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch my sugar. I have been, like this one is just no good anyway. Even though, like this is a, I think this is this the sugar one. Yeah, this is the Gatorade, but this has got sugar in it.
Yeah.
Um,
The Gatorade Zeros are really good if you find any of those.
yeah, those are good. But the funny thing is with those, they feel empty. Wait, like they feel when you drink it. This I'll get full. With the Gatorade Zero, they taste almost like the regular, but like I don't know about you, but when you drink those, don't you feel after like you still want to fill something into your belly? It doesn't fill
No,
you up.
yeah. No, I
Um,
like them. But it's like everything else, right? I mean, we all like things differently. So
right. No, don't quit baking.
no,
Baking is magic.
I always tell her she needs to quit baking because I always eat it all. But secretly, yeah, don't stop.
Right. No, baking is good. Hmm.
She makes amazing gourmet cupcakes.
Oh, really?
Oh
Gourmet
yeah.
cupcakes are the thing. I I went to go visit somebody else in a farmer's market in Grand Prairie a couple of weeks ago, and everyone had their masks on, but there was a woman selling cupcakes that were laced with alcohol, um, like booze cupcakes or something, and
Wow.
they were like $5 a piece or something, or $6 I think, and they were really big, but they you can get quite a bit of money at those farmers markets for cupcakes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lenny says he'll be happy to take it if you won't, Ken. I hate cardio, but I love lifting weights. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like when I go to the last time I remember going to the gym and you're sitting there lifting those weights. I don't know, like it's just boring to me to do it, even though I know it's important to do, but it's just boring.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm a
so
cardio guy. I go to Planet Fitness and they have a. I can't run anymore. My ankles are busted, and a couple of years ago I almost got hit by a truck. That's a long story, but um,
oh geez.
yeah, I was a runner. I was running 10, 15 miles at a pop, but um, I can't do that anymore. But in Planet Fitness they have something called an arc trainer. It's kind of a cross between a stair stepper and an elliptical. It's a great workout.
Okay, very cool. Hey, we just got an order, so we're gonna do a bonus giveaway, if that's
Nice.
all right with everybody. All right, so that one is thanks to Brad for the order. So that one, we've got 17 people in here, and everybody has ditched Facebook now. Everyone's on YouTube right now, so 17 of you guys are in here. So we'll queue this up between 1 and 8. So when you see the ready, set, go, then if you could type one number between 1 and 8, please, and this will be for a $10 gift card to Ferocious Beard Company. So here we go. I might have already put this. So get ready, get set, go. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Logan says they taste kind of watered down, the Gatorades, but they're still good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then soda, like diet soda. If I'm gonna drink soda, I drink the regular stuff, like Coke, the Coke from Mexico, for example. I love that. It's got the real pure sugar and cane sugar in it.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but but the diet stuff, I've tried it, and I don't know. Coke Zero is okay. It's just I don't know what I don't know. I'm not sure what it does to you inside. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, so I used to have a real bad Mountain Dew problem, and now I drink Mountain Dew
Hmm.
Zero.
Okay. I've never had Mountain Dew Zero before. The only thing I've tried Zero is Coke Zero, but yeah, that sounds interesting. I would probably try it just to see what it tastes like. Does it taste pretty much like Mountain Dew?
I think so, and I think so. My wife does most of the shopping, but I think the only place we can find it now is a commissary. So
Oh.
yeah,
Well, I haven't been to the commissary. I'm entitled to go now. They changed it a few years ago, where now veterans can go back to. I guess there's one in Fort Worth, so
yeah,
at the Naval Air Station. All right, so here's the number that I'm looking for. It is number 4. So let us see who is the first to show up in here with number 4. All right, I see Joshua Ricks as the winner for this one. So congratulations, Joshua. Thanks to Brad, who also happened to have number 4 for your purchase. So you win a $10 gift card to Ferocious Beard Company. So I'll send that off to you. All of you guys that have won, I will send that off either tonight if I have your email address, or if I don't have your email address, then I will send it over the weekend as we communicate with each other. So congratulations, Joshua. Thanks for participating. Thanks to all you guys for participating in that.
yeah. Congratulations, Joshua is. So I do my live streams every Monday. Joshua Ricks is always first. He's always the first one there.
Is he?
He is
Yeah,
every time.
that's cool. And let me just see. I'm gonna just try to. add up here just because I get curious sometimes. So like, just how much we've given away tonight so far. So let's say $60 was the starter kit plus two $25 gift cards. That's 110, then three $10 gift cards already. So it's $140 worth of giveaways tonight, guys. So that's pretty cool. And the reason we do so many giveaways is, for one, we just enjoy people experiencing Ferocious Beard Company. It's just, it helps get the word out about Ferocious, and it's just fun to do. I enjoy doing it, guys. So thank you guys for jumping in on here for these types of shows that we do. It's just really fun, and sometimes, I know we probably all show up even if there weren't giveaways, but it's always just kind of cool to do some extra giveaways, especially when someone buys something. It's like, we're going to kind of share the wealth and share it with our Ferocious fans. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, the giveaways are always just the icing on the cake. There's so many good people and good streams. I just love hanging out with everybody.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's just really cool to do. There's so many good people in this community.
Yeah.
And isn't it just ironic? I mentioned sometimes that if not for the fact that I have a beard now, I might not have ever met you. I mean,
yeah.
So,
all this
stuff like
because
that.
we grew some hair.
Right. Exactly. Oh yeah, I'm not retired, sir. 7 years. Yeah, I'm glad they allow people now who are veterans to go to the commissary. Before, like when I first got out, I was in for 4.5 years active duty, and so you're on active reserve or inactive reserves for like the rest of your original time in. Like for me, it was 8 years, so like 4.5 years was active, and then 3.5 inactive reserves in case there was ever a war where they need to call me back. I'd have to go, but you could never get any of the benefits, like go to the BX or the PX or the commissary once you were out, because you don't have an ID card anymore. All you have is your DD form 214, which is printed on like tissue paper, and it's really, really thin.
Yeah.
And you got to be super careful with it. And so now they allow people to go to the commissary. So it's really kind of nice, and it's about time. I wish they would give us an ID card that would allow for, like, when you go to Home Depot or something and you want to show that you were military or prior military. Sometimes they'll give you a discount, or Lowe's or different stores. Kind of like Ferocious, gives you a 25% discount, but you have to authenticate. So if you had some sort of card, it would be nice to be able to show that.
Yeah. So what do you use ID.me, or what do you use to authenticate?
Yeah, so we used to use ID.me, and that's the service that charged a fee for us to do that. Now, about 4 or 5 months ago, I was made aware of an app called GOVX, which does the same thing, except they do it for free, for one. And two, they also allow for if you work for the federal government or if you work for a state or city government, they allow for employees to, use their ID card as authentication that they work for a municipality. So that's how I can now give that same discount to law enforcement or to firefighters,
Very nice.
EMS. Now I have heard there was one person who works up in Oklahoma for the city, and he works in trash collection, but he's still a city employee. So by my estimation, he should be eligible. But he told me that they didn't allow, or maybe he didn't have an ID card. But I think he was able to resolve that. I'll have to check with him because, I think that if you're working for a municipality, if you're working for the government, state, city, I think that you should be entitled to have a discount. You're serving your community, so I think that from that point of view, I mean, there's plenty of jobs you can get in the private sector that'll pay a hell of a lot more than what you're making in a city government. So
Yeah. Yeah. For what I do, yeah, I could go to the private industry or the private sector and probably make twice what I'm making, but then you have benefits. I mean, there's always a trade-off. I mean, my benefits are really good, so
hmm
it all works
yeah,
out. I'm happy.
Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a trade-off. So I figured I'll ask because my inquiring mind wants to know, what did I think of Knight Rider? I thought it was really, really good. This is a scent that Mudrucker came up with. Let me get the profile. Just since it was brought up, let me get the profile here. Oh, if I can find it on here.
I'm guessing cologne. That sounds like a cologne, if I'm guessing.
It was, hold on. Oh, it's always hard to do this on the mobile device. Hold on, I think this is it here. Okay, so the profile for Knight Rider, which reminded me right of the TV show, but it was vanilla in jojoba oil, which if you get that, just so you know, we use real vanilla bean. We hand scrape vanilla beans in jojoba oil, and then we let it sit in the sun in a jar for like months and months. So we make our own vanilla basically that way. So if you see any little black specks in it, which you may see in the butter particularly, those are vanilla bean specks. So they're not anything funky that shouldn't be in there. Those are vanilla beans. So just so you
Wow.
know, because people open it up and they'll be like, "Hey, what's that black spot?" What vanilla bean? So you should only see vanilla bean or the specks in vanilla bean though. So it's vanilla, blackberry, cedar leather, and oud with a medium scent strength. So it came out really nicely, I think. I think you're gonna really like it a lot. Let me know if for some reason you don't, but I think you'll like it a lot. I did, and Barb did too. So
That sounds awesome. Blackberry, leather, and oud. That sounds amazing.
yeah, it came out really nice. And if you do a custom scent, you can ask us to do either like a light, medium strength, strong, ferociously strong, which is pretty much as strong as we can make it legally. So it's
Right.
going to be, it's going to be pretty strong. So in your case, or in Mudrucker's case, he wanted medium. So we think we did that pretty well with medium. So I hope you enjoy it. It should be there shortly. It went out today, so that should be. Did the post office even capture that? Because let me see.
Yeah, I agree, Michael. I was thinking the same exact thing. He said now he's excited to try something with vanilla from Ferocious.
Oh yeah, it's and the cool thing about the reason we do our own vanilla is because if you buy a half-ounce bottle of vanilla at the store, it's like 24.95, and so those bottles go pretty quickly. And so at the same store that they sell these half-ounce bottles, they also sell jojoba oil, and they sell vanilla beans, and the vanilla beans are like $8 a piece. It's like a stick, looks like a cinnamon stick kind of.
Hmm.
And then I bought, let me see, I think I bought two 4 ounce bottles of jojoba oil, which makes it 8 ounces. And then I bought four, and those are $9.99 each. So that's like $18, say, for the jojoba, and then another $32 for the vanilla beans. And I scraped them all in there, let them sit in the sun. So for, 50, $60, I was able to get about just over 8 ounces worth of that's handmade, like made myself. And rather than if I were, so 8 ounces, so that's like $200 if you buy the half-ounce bottles at $25 a piece.
Hmm.
So you save a lot of money, especially as you're using it over time.
Yeah, and you're using real vanilla.
Yeah, and it's real vanilla.
So
So,
my wife has bought vanilla like that also. She buys it from some website, but she'll take it, she'll scrape it also for cupcakes. So
oh yeah,
yeah,
there you go. Yeah, it tastes great too. Like I mean, obviously, I'm using it for a different purpose, but we've had that hand scraped vanilla on a cupcake, and yeah, oh, I love it.
yeah.
I told a cashier at Lids in Pigeon Forge about Ferocious Beard Company yesterday. Oh, cool. Hopefully they will stop by and get something. So thank you very much for spreading the word, Lenny. All right, Fizz, hitting the sack. Great stream and great talk. Thank you so much for jumping in on here, podcast. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good night, brother.
Oh, Brad says he works for the city and got validated through them. Good. Awesome. Good to hear, Brad. So the system works. I agree, Nate, but not to make light of the people who serve in the military. What I do is nothing compared to what you all have been through. Brad, that's true. I understand. I just, I think, I know like the military isn't for everybody. And I mean, when I first went into the military, I had no idea what to think. And I happened to be lucky when I was in, it was during Desert Storm. And when Desert Storm kicked off, I got the knock on the door. Powell, get your shit, you're going. And I'm like, oh, cool, where am I going? And I was watching CNN, drinking a beer, watching Bernard Shaw kick off the news with Desert Storm kicking off. And I ended up getting deployed to a housing unit in Prüm, Germany to guard the housing unit. So I didn't even go over to Saudi or to Iraq initially. And so, I mean, I had easy duty for during the Desert Storm, and then after Desert Storm, it was Operation Provide Comfort, where we were helping the Kurds, and that's when I did get deployed to, Eastern Turkey, Silopi, Turkey. If you ever look it up on Google, Silopi, and it was pretty much a tent city where we were helping the Kurds, protecting the Kurds, because nobody wanted them. They were kind of like in the middle of Iraq, Syria, and Turkey, in what used to be known as Kurdistan, years and like hundreds, thousands, even maybe years ago. And
Right.
so we were helping the Kurds and protecting them, and that's pretty much, I didn't see any combat. We were always on alert for potential terrorism, but and we thought we were going to be attacked one night, but we luckily were not. But it's like, it's just timing, right? It's like if I happened to join a day earlier, or if I went to a different base, I could have been in Afghanistan. I could have been in a war, like I could have been in a firefight. You never know who is going to be the or the scenario that's going to present yourself where you're going to be the one that ends up engaged in a firefight, and while your roommate gets deployed somewhere else and sits around drinking beer after an 8-hour shift. It's like, who knows, so but it's definitely, we all have the same potential, right, for seeing action, and I feel lucky that I didn't. I know a lot of people did, and but yeah, so I have a ton of respect for the folks that are in the military, no matter where you ended up serving. But even for the folks that weren't in the military, that are now working for city or state law enforcement. I mean, not to get too heavy on you guys, but like when I went through the police academy, I did not graduate the academy. I almost graduated, but I ended up becoming a police dispatcher for about 5 months before I realized the pay was horrible. But the one thing my big takeaway from being in the police academy, I was self-sponsored, which meant after I quit my day job to basically I wanted to go to the academy, but I wasn't hired yet by a department, so I was able to pay like $1,500 or $1,800 or whatever it was and attend the academy, and then hopefully get hired on by a department. Well, what ended up happening, just to make a long story short, is so most people in the academy, they'll fail one or two things. Like they're not great at everything, but on balance, as long as you pass things, you're gonna go through it, and then you're going to go on to a department, and then you go through your training locally. Well, for me, the one thing that I failed was, how, like, imagine if you're taking a suspect down because they're starting to act up, and so you're supposed to like kind of like move them a certain way and get them down on the ground so you can handcuff them. And even though me and my teammates thought that I was doing fine, my instructor didn't think it was smooth enough, and so her rule was after 3 times. You get 3 times, and I did it 3 times, and it wasn't smooth enough for her. And the rules of the academy for someone who was self-sponsored was that you were supposed to resign because you didn't, it didn't work out for that. So based on the rules of the academy, I resigned. But then when I became a dispatcher at the University of Texas, all the cops there were like, "Oh man, you should have fought that. You should have." Tons of people do that all the time, and you should have just pressed on and gone ahead. And in some ways, I think they're right. I resigned because it was a sense of duty to the rules. But sometimes I learned my lesson in that was sometimes things are worth fighting for if it's something you really want to do. Sometimes the rules are there. Of course, they're there, but that doesn't mean for sure you have to follow it. Sometimes there are exceptions. And if it's something that you want to keep pressing on and there may be alternatives. So that was my one lesson that I really took away from that. Although Barb was glad I did not become a police officer because of us, it's a dangerous job. And that's the thing I learned too is like you
Mm.
are the one line of defense between I mean, I know there's a lot of cops out there doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. I get that. But at the same time, there's a ton of cops out there doing things exactly right. And not only that, but they are the one line between, you know, shit going bad in the world and not going bad. You know what I mean? So it's, and you learn, I mean, I always knew it, especially because I was a cop in the Air Force, but that was a little different. But when I went through the academy, it's like you really learn, like, you are it. Someone's got to call for help. Oh, I guess it's me that's got to call for help. You know what I mean? It's like somebody's got
Right.
to do something. Oh, you mean I got to do something? So it's a learning experience, and it's really it's just amazing how like I learned a lot, and I was at 46 years old. I did this, and but anyway,
Nice.
I don't know exactly where I was going with that, but it's just something I wanted to mention about. Some people have asked about my experience in law enforcement. That was it. My experience in law enforcement was going through 440 hours of the police academy training, but then resigning because I didn't quite. I wasn't smooth enough taking a suspect down during the training.
Yeah, that's tough.
So let's see. Looking at some of these comments here. And then one other thing, just since we're talking about it, one other thing I do remember is you would do scenario training where, like, let's say, here's the scenario. The bartender calls you because there's a guy in there drunk and he's just refusing to leave the bar. He's sitting at the bar stool and he's refusing to leave. And so you walk in there, you and your partner, and, the whole goal is to try to get him out of there. And you go, hey, sir, how's it going? I need you to get up. I need you to leave, this and that. And I mean, I discovered, because we did it several times, but I discovered it's very easy to escalate the situation to the point where deadly force is used. And it's a lot of times, it's like, okay, did I do everything right? Could I have done something? Like, because the guy that I was up against, this guy was huge. I mean, he was like 3 times my size. I mean, he was probably 375 pounds of mostly muscle. And it's like, there's different ways to approach something like that. But I mean, if you're like 200 pounds or 220 pounds, I mean, he could sit on you and you're done.
Yeah,
So,
and you add
uh,
alcohol to the mix, and it just changes everything anyway.
yeah, like, okay, he grabs a bottle because of something you might have said or triggered or touched him at the time when you maybe shouldn't have. And all of a sudden he's like standing up and he grabs that bottle and breaks it. And now it's a weapon.
I mean, or you did nothing wrong, but the alcohol in him or her, alcohol just makes
Yeah.
people change,
Yes.
react differently. So,
Right. But like, I mean, there were scenarios the way they played it out though, and you didn't know which scenarios would end up working out okay, and which scenarios would trigger him to try to kill you. So it's like,
yeah,
and if he does that, and you just happen to do the path where he wants to kill you because of something you did, now you're gonna have to grab your gun and shoot him because he's coming at you. He's 300 and something pounds with a bottle in his hand. Uh, like, it just makes you realize, holy crap! You read about these shootings happening sometimes, and you're like, how easy it is to accidentally do that. Because during scenario training, I did that. I ended up shooting a guy, in the training. And where did that really have to happen? Not necessarily, but who knows what specific path you need to follow to make sure that you're doing the things that's going to make him stay relaxed. So just it's you just learn a lot.
yeah.
So Bearded Beta says, how's being a police officer in the Air Force different than being a police officer out of the Air Force? So when I was in the Air Force, uh, there were two lines of career paths. Basically, there was security and law enforcement. They've since merged since I got out, but back when I was in, I chose the security path, which meant I did flight line security, whereas law enforcement did base patrol. They did the responding to domestics, just like any other law enforcement officer would do. But in the Air Force, in the military generally, on base, um, most of the people on base, the military at least, they are under the UCMJ, which is the Uniform Code of Military Justice. That is basically the the rules for military folks. And whereas outside of the military, you don't have those. You just have the laws. And so most people who are in the military don't want to get kicked out of the military. So for the most part, they behave. I mean, yeah, people get drunk sometimes or people do stupid things, but for the most part, they try not to get too out of line because they're going to get kicked out of the military if they do something too egregious.
Yeah.
So that's the primary difference.
Yeah, and
Although
if I could add, I mean,
civilian,
a high
yeah,
percentage of, military, us living on base or whatever, but military in general, the Army and the Air Force, the Marines, whatever, they do a great job of kind of weeding out those that maybe can't hack it or maybe would be troublemakers. They do a great job of weeding a lot of those guys out in basic training at boot camp. So for the
yeah,
most part, now it's not perfect, but for the most part, by the time those guys get to, they graduate boot camp and finish, um, a lot of the troublemakers have already been weeded out. So you deal with a lot better, higher percentage of people that just follow rules anyway. So
mm-hmm, yeah. No, that's a good point. Although another thing to think about too is a lot of times the civilians though who are like say the spouses of the military, even though they're married to or related to someone in the military, they don't know the UCMJ doesn't apply to them in the same way as it does to the military member. So they may act differently, or they may not be like, "Whoa, I didn't know I was signing up for this," and it's like they just all of a sudden, act differently than someone who would act if they were in the military.
yeah, yeah, I know a lot of soldiers though they try to keep their families kind of under
Mm-hmm.
control because nobody wants to be called in on the commander's carpet because their family messed up.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you're right, Mrs. Blurs. Mainly domestics on base. Yep. Domestics, a lot of alcohol on base. I mean, I we used to drink a lot in the military, and it was not a big deal. Like I won't say it wasn't a big deal. It probably was if I really think rationally about it, but it was the normal thing to do. People drank a lot in the military, so I mean, it would be nothing to go through like a case of beer between three or four people in maybe 3 hours. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, let me just go get another case. It would just that was I mean, for like 2 days straight. You know what I mean? Or like for 4 or 5 hour period every couple of days because you're off for so much. Um,
Oh, me and
so
Mrs. Bluegrass could tell you some barrack stories from our time.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like now I think like Barb will get she'll order this for me, the Dos Equis, during the Walmart run. She'll pick it up through the drive up or whatever, and maybe once every 2 weeks. It's a 12 pack. So I mean, I don't drink. That's about as much as I drink now. So,
Right.
but oh, let's see. Bluegrass Bearded, a special package arrived today. Ooh, he's doing an unboxing video.
Yeah.
Cool. I love those.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, me too. Um, and the cool thing, like for me, like as a maker, is when people do unboxing videos and you don't even realize that they're gonna do that. Like they're just like, they don't give you any indication that they're reviewing it or that they even make videos. And then like we just get an order and it comes in and then we send it out and then a week later it's like, hey, cool, there's an unboxing video for Ferocious. Like I didn't even know that was happening. So stuff like
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. So
I've gotten to where I've started doing those. I kind of like doing unboxings also. I'll usually just do them live on Instagram. So I'm sure that I'll do my ferocious unboxing when it comes.
oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. Like from a maker's point of view, it's really kind of it's cool to see. It's like for the longest time it was like, wow, I can't believe people are buying something that I'm making. Well, I'm over that now because I know that like there's been enough people who have bought that they really like it. But now for me it's like, ooh, it's someone new that's never tried it. I wonder what they're gonna think of
Right.
the scent or the presentation or those kinds of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I'm the same way with videos. I mean, so I was talking to Copper John's Tyson a couple days ago, and he's a newer
right.
maker. He's a newer company, and hey, good night, Andy. Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
He's a newer maker, and so he's kind of where you're talking about, where he's nervous every time somebody opens a box, right? Um, and so I'm the same way with videos, though. When I put a video out, I'm always like, man, I hope people like this. I hope it comes across the right way. I hope, we're just different kinds of
Right.
makers. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just really you're like, oh come on. Oh, I hope you like it. Yes. So let me check something. Great minds. I'm just looking up the oops. Did you guys hear that ding?
I did not hear it on my side.
Oh, that means that somebody placed an order.
All right.
Let me see here.
Nate, did you make a scent called bedtime?
That I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
Logan's asking
yeah,
about it.
let's hear it goes. Hey Logan, did so bedtime? I'm looking up that now because I want to think that I don't think I made that one yet. Let me look because that was from the show. Yes, but what I'm looking for is the actual notes for the. Why don't I have that listed here? Logan, let me get with you after just to be sure because I know I have a note of that somewhere, but it's just I can't find it off the top of my head here. So sorry about the not being able to answer you right at the moment, but I will definitely check with you after on that. So Andy, I created a nighttime scent I called Dusk Delight. What's your nighttime scent? Nate, what's the name of Wolfie Weirdbeard's collab? That was Wolfie oh, it's on the site. It's a Wolfie's mod. That's what we ended up. Wolfie's mod. Yes, amber rose, lavender geranium, ginger vanilla. Yeah, that one we did make. And guys, you got to forgive me if I don't have the like if you tell me the name of a scent and it's like, "Oh man, I did like 9 customs this week." And I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's hard to do, guys. So sorry if I don't have it right up at the top of the list when you respond back. Um, that one came out good. If I remember, I do remember the amber rose, lavender, geranium, ginger, and vanilla. Because I remember saying, Barb, where's the rose? I know it's here. Where is it? We've got to find it. And it was right in front of me in a rose-colored bottle.
Nice. That
So,
sounds awesome too.
but that was a good one, Logan. Sorry about that. I'm looking at collaboration corner, but yeah, that was a good one. I used to be nervous when making unboxing videos. Then it clicked in my head to just be myself and act as if I was doing a Zoom call with friends. Yeah, Emo, you're absolutely right. And I need to start doing more videos outside of the lives, which I'm doing. I have done some videos, but I want to do more. And I also want to start doing podcasts. So I have found in doing these shows, um, I'm more comfortable in the last sec or the second hour than I am in the first hour. Because the first hour I'm like trying to like, okay, I hope everything's smooth and I hope the comments work and I hope this and that. But then usually by the time we're all talking, I'm more comfortable with how the conversation is going, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, same with me. When I started, so I started doing this back in March. My first video was March 4th, and
Mm-hmm.
I almost don't want to say this because I don't want anybody to do this, but seriously, don't go watch my first video. It's terrible. Um, I wanted to delete it, but I'm not going to because I don't think that's the right thing to do either. Um,
No, don't delete it. Mm-mm.
yeah, right. But my wife is actually the one that kind of pushed me through. I'm really kind of an introvert by nature, so getting out
Mm-hmm.
here doing this is not natural for me, but it's gotten easier over time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Me too. I mean, even though once I kind of get to know someone, I warm up pretty well to them, but for the longest time, I would have trouble with initiating a conversation that was more than, "Hey, how's it going? Good. How about you? Oh, how about that weather? What's going on? How about the Red Sox? What it's like once you get past that, it's like, okay, now what do we talk about?" And trying to press on and come up with a subject that is of interest to continue the conversation. And I think that's really that might not be what is the most important thing to talk about, but it leads to other things which end up being more meaningful, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, oh, Dust Delight. I do remember the sandalwood, vanilla, lavender, and sweet orange. That was a good one. Yep. Mrs. Bluegrass. That's such a sweet, encouraging thing to say. I think I'm blushing a bit. Oh, yes. Calming. Just trying to spread some positivity in the community and show support to my bearded brothers. Awesome.
Yeah. My wife is so supportive.
That's really cool. Um, so Barb, when she when I first started growing my beard, it was new to her, and so it's not that she wasn't a fan, but she wasn't she wasn't used to it. So it took her a while to get used to that.
Right.
But she loves it now. So now if I ever say, hey, I think I'm gonna trim my beard a little bit, don't do that.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, my wife's. I like to keep my mustache trimmed down, but other than that, she's supportive of all of it. So,
Yeah. Hey, Matt, no BS Beard Reviews is in the house. Thanks for joining.
how are you, Matt? Good
Um,
to see you, brother.
better late than never. Yeah, no worries at all. We've done a couple of giveaways so far. But speaking of which,
Hmm.
um, we did get that order, so we haven't done the bonus just now. So we're going to do that bonus giveaway. And so, Matt, you're just in time for that, too. So let's do that bonus giveaway now. Let me cue it up.
Man, that is so intense. I love that.
Yeah, it's like to get your attention, like, oh, wait, he's giving something away. Just drop whatever you're doing and come on back and try to enter the contest here. So this one is thanks to Justin in Tennessee, who's placed an order for some bar soap. So thanks to you. I don't know if you're in the stream or not, or if you just ordered something, but thank you very much for your order, and it's because of you we're doing this bonus giveaway. So there are currently 11 people in the stream. So we'll make it easy. We'll do like 1 through 6. So we'll do one number from 1 to 6. So when you see the word go, if you go ahead and just type in one number, please, between 1 and 6. And we will see who feeds into the StreamYard first.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck. And let's make this one a $25 gift card. We kind of go back and forth between 10 and 25. So we'll make this one a $25 gift card. All right, so let's put the little countdown clock on. Okay, and there's a freeze because of my stream. I don't know, but I do see the numbers if everybody stops typing now, and we're going to see who picks the number 5. So let's see who feeds into StreamYard first.
Very cool. If it's the person I think it is, he just came in. That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks to me like it's Benjamin Reviews. Ben, you are the winner. And this was a $25 gift card to Ferocious Beard Company. So congratulations, you win that. If you don't mind, if you could just reach out to me, if you go to ferociousbeard.com and click the Contact Us button, and just provide me with your name and your email address. What I can do is I can send you that gift card, and then you can use it to your heart's content at ferociousbeard.com. And if you don't know how to spell ferocious, you can just type in fbeard.com too. That'll get you there. It's like a shortcut. So
Nice.
we try to think of everything because some people don't know how to spell ferocious. And, every now and then not that I forget, but I'm like, I'll typo it. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to go here. So fbeard.com, that'll get you there too. So congratulations and thanks for everyone for participating in that one. And a special thanks again to Justin from Tennessee for your order. So thank you, sir.
So you have some sort of a tech background, right? It sounds like.
Me?
Yes.
So not officially, like I don't have any certifications really, but I used to build web pages on the side for fun and for actually after September 11th, I started a website called airforcesecuritypolice.com. And the whole goal was to kind of bring folks together who are in the Air Force Security Police to have a place to visit. This was back before Facebook was really a thing. So
Right.
it was by the time it was all said and done, we had about almost 10,000 members that had signed up that were prior or current Air Force Security Police members. Some were prior and some were current. But it was really cool and it was a great community. It was like a message board on there. But when I moved to Texas, that website ended up getting hacked. And by then it was 2007 and Facebook had started. And it was just like, I mean, how do you get back 10,000 people, right? From
Right.
now that Facebook is there. So I ended up just closing the site.
Yeah. Well, the fact
But
that you thought to grab that DNS name, that fbeard.com, that's something a lot of people wouldn't think of. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking, it was available and it's such an easy, name to put in. Why not?
Right.
Uh, so, wait a minute. I just need to write Ben's name down so I don't forget that he won this one. Well, Ben, I have not seen your reviews yet, so I am looking forward to taking a look at your page too. If it's YouTube or if it's Instagram, I'm assuming it might be YouTube since you're on YouTube, but I will have to take a look at your review pages. And if you're interested in reviewing what you receive from Ferocious, that would be great. I'd love to see your review. That would be cool. Let's see, Ben. Oh, I wanted to mention that. Yeah, Matt he sent me a picture and then he posted a picture after he was wearing his Ferocious shirt and he had the Ferocious hat on too. And I'm like, man, that's awesome. Like he's ready to go to work for Ferocious. And he sent me a message saying that he felt like he was on like our NASCAR team. And I was reminded when he said that I live about 20 minutes from the Texas Motor Speedway. And on Friday night, at least pre-COVID, you could drive down to Texas Motor Speedway, and for $20, you could race whatever vehicle you had. Because I remember years ago, we were both, me and this other guy, were both new dads, and we both had minivans, and we were going to race my Odyssey versus his Sienna. But we never actually got the chance to do that because he ended up moving out. But I'm gonna do that though. I think that would be great exposure too for the Tahoe is to bring that thing and spend $20 and ride around the Texas Motor Speedway.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they do a whole show out of it. Like you could race, a Mustang or whatever you want to do. So Wolfie Weirdbeard's here. What's going on, man? Glad to see you over here. I know there was the other show going on too tonight too. So, and I think Wolfie was involved in that. And
hmm
so
Yeah, him, Kyle, and Joe, a couple guys. They had, I think, 17 or some odd giveaways. It was
wow,
pretty cool.
that's awesome. That is really nice. So let me see if I missed any comments here. Hey, Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe is in the house. What's up, guys? Have not seen you guys for a little while. Hope all is well. These guys are great, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Just
enjoy their
similar.
reviews.
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I love their style. With both of them providing feedback and their opinions on stuff, it's just like it couldn't be just Kyle or just Joe. But Kyle and
Right.
Joe together, though, it's just it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's
Right.
just perfect. Yeah, we're getting all the reviewers in here now. So beer talk. Oh yeah, thanks again for your contributions tonight. Oh, absolutely, happy to, man.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
You had some there. That's awesome.
Yes. Oh, Mr. J says, I don't see the haps in the app. Are you sold out? Oh, no, we're not sold out. That's a good point. I need to update the app to show those hats. Um, what I would recommend for now is if you go to the mobile website, just go to fbeard.com or ferociousbeard.com on the mobile device. You'll be able to see the hats. I will add them to the app, though. Thank you for reminding me to do that. Thank you. Let's see. That would be awesome. The cat, bear, honey badger logo on the hood. Oh, Brad, have you seen? I don't know. Let me show you, Brad. You might have seen it. I don't think the picture I took before fed over to Facebook, but look at the back of this thing now. That's sorry, the background's not really helping, but that's the back of the Tahoe.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. It really came out a lot better than I was envisioning. And it's a lot bigger than I was envisioning too. So it's like when you first see it, you're like, "Oh my god! Like this is like in your face." Yes, absolutely. You got it, man. You got it. Absolutely. Yeah, Brad. So the thing is, anytime if I add a new collection, it's called, so in the hats were a collection, I need to go to the app and add that to the collections that show up in the app. So my mistake for not doing that. I will fix that tonight to make sure that they're available on there. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, well, look at this, guys. It's like quarter of 11 already. You guys are killing it coming over here. That's great. We've still got 18 people in here, and I really appreciate all you guys do every week for Ferocious. And did I miss this one? Yeah, Michael was leaving. Oh, okay. Sorry to
Yeah.
miss you, Michael.
To take off. Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. And for those of you, if there are some reviewers in the house here that have not reviewed Ferocious, I did want to throw this out there that Ferocious does offer a 40% reviewer code to reviewers. And the reason we do that is because I understand that reviewers, especially those that are just starting out, they a lot of times, sometimes they're getting free products from companies, which is, I don't have an opinion one way or the other if I think that's fine or not. I don't, that's your business, right? Um, but we offer a 40% discount because I know you guys, in a lot of times, do spend your money on things that you're probably not going to wear more than for a week or so as you review it. And then you're buying more products from other companies. So, from my point of view, I think it's fair. It's a win-win, really, to have a 40% discount because um, for one, you're getting products at a reduced price for the purpose of reviewing it, and for two, we're making enough to, pay for the materials, make a little extra profit, and ship it out too. So that's why we do it. We think it's a fair balance. Um, if you guys are interested in reviewing a Ferocious product, let me know, and I'll be happy to provide you that 40% code for the purpose of a review. So
That's awesome.
yeah, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it's like, so many people have different opinions on that, and it's like it doesn't really matter in the end because we're all our own companies and we all do our own thing.
Right.
But I just feel like, over time that's where I've kind of evolved to is that I think that's a fair way to do it.
Yeah.
Let's see, Joshua Ricks asks, how is the dirt road therapy coming along? That one is a work in progress. That one there are two fragrance oils that I'm still waiting for. So that's that Dirt Road Therapy is one that Billy down in Georgia, he came up with the idea for it, and there was about probably a dozen people that have signed up to be um, like testers for that scent. I put out like a thing on an email. If you sign up by this particular Friday, then you will be part of the tester crew for this new Dirt Road Therapy um, scent, which we're going to be coming out with. And so that one we're definitely taking our time with. We want to get it right. I mean, one of the fragrances is literally dirt smelling. It smells like dirt. And like I've never worked with that scent before. I have it now, and when you open it, you're like, wow, that is dirt. So trying to take that and add it to a couple of other scents, reminiscent of literally driving down a dirt road after a rainstorm, with some flowers and some woodsy scent around, just to kind of clear your head. So that was going to be I want to make sure I get it right, and I want to make sure that one smells really really nice. So um, so yeah, it'll be a little while still because I'm waiting for a couple of scents to arrive, but it's gonna be unique for sure.
Yeah, there's a term for that, and I can't remember what it is. The smell that's released from dirt from the ground after rain. There's a specific
Oh,
scientific term for it, and I can't remember what it is.
well, I better research that because that will probably come up as a question. And comes from after rain. Yeah, that would be good to put in the notes too for it. So thanks
So
for
it's
letting me know about that.
yeah, it's petrichor.
Petrichor.
Petrichor is
Okay.
the earthy scent produced when rain falls on dry soil. Yeah.
And I can smell it right now. Like in my head, I can smell exactly what that.
Yeah.
Uh, nice. Petrichor. Yeah, and someone had said, "Well, call it DRT," but DRT to me sounds more like a chemical or something, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that may
I'm like,
generate
no.
conversations.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, let's see. Always. Oh, this is for the discount. Always appreciate, but never expect when it comes to buying or receiving free items. Always an honor to be able to do any reviews. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of times maybe I mean, I'm not a reviewer, so I can just imagine though at the retail price that you know, times 20, 30, 50 companies over time, I mean, that can add up quite a bit. So,
Yeah, absolutely. When I started doing this, and there's a lot of guys like this, I'm definitely not unique, but when I started doing this, I said I will never ask any company. I'll never reach out to a company and say, "Hey, do you want to send me anything for free so I can review it for you?" That's just not my style. Now,
mhm.
that's not me saying that if you do that, you're wrong. I think to each his own. It's just not
Right.
my style. It does get expensive, so that 40%, that's very generous. I didn't know about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something like I generally publicize, but if someone reaches out to me and says, "Hey, would you be willing to send me a bottle of beard oil or anything? Anything you can send me would be great." Without they kind of beat around the bush a little bit, but so I
Yeah,
usually will respond back. Hey, you know, we we would love to help you out. Here's a discount code for 40% off. You can use this code once, and then they'll sometimes we'll never hear from them again, and then sometimes we'll get an order though, and you know they'll make a review. So that's pretty cool when that
yeah.
works out.
I think it works both ways too, though. So I mean, when I placed my order with you tonight, I didn't even use the military discount code because I typically don't, and that's just me. That's kind of my way of, you drop a lot of money into stuff too, and you work hard and all that.
Hmm.
So I think it kind of works both ways.
Yeah, no, I mean you're right though. I mean, you know, um, and it's weird. Like if you take like a simple bottle of beard oil, I mean you could say, well, that bottle of beard oil isn't that expensive, that bottle of beard oil. But the thing is, the infrastructure that lets me get you that bottle of beard oil is what ends up, I mean, you're buying supplies of like, I think we have close to almost 40 fragrance oils and essential oils on top of that. So we have maybe 75 to 85 fragrances that you can add. So all those cost, like I think, well, like sandalwood, a half ounce bottle of sandalwood, $65.
We
A uh, if you get like certain fragrance oils, oud fragrance oil, could be depending on the size you get. Now it's not as expensive as real oud. We do use a fragrance oil. If you use real oud,
oh
essential oil, that's like hundreds of dollars, if like
yeah
several $100s. Um, but like there was amber. I bought a 16-ounce bottle of amber essential fragrance oil, and it was $99. Now, granted, I will get quite a bit of use out of 16 ounces of amber, but
right
multiply that times, you know, 35 or 40 fragrances. Not that they're all 99, but some of them are a little are less expensive. But and then bottles, and then blank labels to print the labels, and then stickers, and then combs, and I mean, it all adds up. You know what I mean? So
yeah
then the freebies. I love to do these giveaways, and how I'm able to afford it because people are buying things from us. So
right
that's how, But it all kind of works out in the end. Shipping. We have a $4.99 shipping, flat rate shipping, unless you spend over $50, and then it's free. Now, does that mean that your particular package cost me $4.99 to ship? Not necessarily. Maybe yours was $3.29 to ship, but someone who just ordered after you was $5.60. So on balance, it's like everybody's helping each other out by
right
paying $4.99.
yeah
So that's kind of how that works. So
yeah. I was looking at the comments here. Ben Taff was saying, he counts on winnings a lot, so giveaways. And in that case, absolutely, I love giveaways for that very reason. That's something that I can review for, and it didn't cost me much, right? So
yes, yeah, absolutely.
great way to
And
review.
then yeah, absolutely. And then sometimes someone will get a product, they'll order something, and it doesn't arrive, or it's like, it's supposed to arrive in the mail, but it dropped off at, like, it ended up in another city or another state or something. So most of the time we're going to just send it out again because we don't want the customer to be disappointed either. So,
Right.
it is what it is, right? So, but yeah, but for the most part though, it worked. What used to tick me off a lot was USPS. I would send things to Europe sometimes. Now, once it gets from USPS to Europe, it goes to the local postal service, and once it gets there, it's hard to track it. And sometimes, um, it'll be like 21, 22 days sometimes before the package would even arrive, and sometimes they wouldn't. And it's like you're spending a lot of money shipping it to Europe, and so eventually I said, the heck with it. I'm not doing USPS for Europe anymore.
Yeah.
So I went to DHL, which is like $38 to ship, and so I charge the customer in Europe. Luckily, most of us aren't in Europe, but if you're ordering something that's less than $60 from Ferocious, it's going to cost you $40 for shipping. But the good side is you're going to get it in 3 days instead of 20 days.
Yeah.
Um, but if you spend more than 60, like between 60 and 99, I made it so it's $20 for shipping. And then if it's 100 or more, then it's free. So obviously, if you're spending $100 anyway, spend $100 on the product and save your $40 in shipping by spending $100. You get free shipping.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's still 100, but you're gonna get more product. So that's for our European customers out there that might watch this in 2 weeks.
Yep. Like Kyle and
So,
Joe are out of here. I think it was Joe. Have a good night, guys.
oh, hey, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate you guys. Let's see. Your beard washes are amazing. I love them. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate that, man. Um, and incidentally, they are um, mostly liquid Castile soap, which, as it turns out, really does work out really well for beards. And we add a little glycerin to it. But I've been using that for 3 years now, over 3 years really now, and I use it almost every day, and I feel like it works out great.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Benjamin, thanks. That's how I'm able to do so many and keep the wife from killing me. Although I sneak in orders when I can. Ben, for an extra $5, we'll make a receipt that matches the price you tell your wife it is. So,
Perfect.
just kidding, but that would be funny, right?
You could probably make a lot of money that way.
Yeah, I know. It's like this is a free order, free, free. This costs $1.99.
Don't tell
You
Mrs.
know.
Bluegrass you do that though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my mail messed up and it resent it to me. Yeah, it's like that's an example. Like stuff like that happens. It happens sometimes, and it's not like the customer's fault. And you feel it's. I mean, technically, if I was just all about the business, in researching, it's like, well, once the post office says it's delivered, it's delivered. But I'm not like that though. I mean, there are some companies who'd be like, sorry, says it was delivered.
Yeah.
But, you know,
And that's so hard too because so you think about companies like Amazon, right? Amazon, I've had it happen before where something gets lost and Amazon's very good, whatever, we'll send it back out to you. We don't care. But they're such a I mean, they're a multi-million dollar company, you know.
right.
So
Yeah.
they can afford to do that, but a smaller company like you or other companies, that's much harder to eat. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It is. But, the thing is, too, like, um, so the way I think about the way it makes sense to me is that you might you might lose money on a particular order, if especially if you're having to redo it, but you're going to gain a customer that's probably, if you handle it right, they're probably going to come back and order again. And so over the course of the next months, years into the future, I think winning customers, winning support from the people that buy from us, yeah, they may have lost an order, but I would rather replace that order and send it out right away to them again. And then, because you'll know over time if someone's taking advantage of you. You're like, well, this is the third time this particular person has had the same scenario happen. And, you can adjust for that, maybe make a signature requirement or something. But for the most part, people, I take them at their word. Um, if things happen, eventually it becomes obvious. But I mean, it is. Most people I think are good intention, and it is a small world, the bearded community. So definitely, um, it's that's we all have that going for us too. And so,
right.
if people are like, um, this company really took care of me. They sent a replacement out, or I didn't like the scent of this, and I sent a replacement out. People are gonna eventually, when other companies aren't doing that, then they're gonna say, well, look, I mean, I know I'm not gonna lose any money by going to Ferocious because they've got my back, and that's what I'm counting on is the over time, people recognizing the difference in the service they get from us versus from the companies that don't provide the service we give.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can definitely tell how much you care. I think everybody knows that. It's awesome to see that.
yeah, you know what? This is my baby, right? I mean, this is my company. Like, um, it's like when the buck stops with you, you want to make sure you're doing everything that you can to satisfy people. So, you know, so what kind of microphone do you have, by the way? That ball you got there, is that
It's
blue?
the Yeti Blue Ice. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I've got two of them. I've got that one, and then I've got this other one. I switch back and forth sometimes. This is
That's
the Yeti Blue.
Yeah, that's the one I have there.
Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the cheaper version of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've been a fan of this mic. I wasn't sure how much of a difference it would really make, but it does make a big difference between this
Yeah.
and say just the computer speaker.
I like this microphone. The only thing that I don't like is when I put it on the boom arm here. It's just kind of awkward in the stream, so it sits right here. And
Mm-hmm.
my setup is not. I need to eventually make this a little better, but right now, it's what I got, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, no, I mean it works for you. I like the background. It looks professional, clean, so that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Um,
also my office, so I say I work from home. This is where I work from. This
yeah,
computer
me
right here.
too.
This is my work side over here.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this is my work from home space too up here, and the reason I have the green screen is just because it's just such a I mean, there's like a bed that's up against the wall that isn't being used. There's just some shelves that are just, it looks a lot better on camera than outside camera, just because
Right.
it's a clutter. So, oh, good, yeah. So the mics are clean sounding. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I was. I'm pretty shocked. I mean, this was a $40 microphone, I think. Um, Not very expensive at all. So I was surprised by how good the quality was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's good. And USB, you just literally plug it right in, and it immediately recognizes it. So that's awesome.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Wolfie. So just recently, actually, USPS delivered my order via Ferocious to the wrong address, and they didn't hesitate a second to replace it. Yeah, I mean it happens, and I'm not gonna lie, Wolfie's been a loyal customer too. So I mean, like when you have people that are continuously purchasing from you, you want to make sure like, okay, I'm gonna get this out right away. And then even and new people too. I do the same thing. I love when I look at orders and it's like a new customer. I'm like, wow, I wonder how they found us, or I wonder, you know, how did they ever hear about us? Is it somebody that saw us on a stream? Did they just Google us? It's like sometimes you don't know, and like I like to really send stuff to new customers too, because like that's you get one shot, right, to make your first impression on a new customer. So
Right.
um, so let's see. His mid scent sounds amazing. Which scent? Oh, which scent was that one? Mod. Oh yeah, Wolfie's Mod. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It is amazing. Try that one if you're looking for something to spend that gift card on. It's good. Really
So
good.
what is that one?
That's the one that Wolfie's Mod it is. Let me get the profile up on here real quick. And I even used some of his pictures in there too. So the Wolfie's Mod is made up of oud, apple, tobacco flower, and fireplace embers.
Wow.
So
You get a lot of
so like,
people that kill it with the scents.
huh?
You get a lot of people that kill it with the scents. That sounds good too.
Yeah. There's. Oops. Sorry. Pictured. Here he is.
Right.
So yeah, his mug is on the site. He was gracious enough to allow us to put the picture of him and some of his other the artwork, the Stay Lame, and and then the cover, which is that Wolfie's Weird Beard. So like anytime, like if there's a collaboration corner scent, or if it's a custom scent that someone says, hey, can we make this available on the site? If we want to add some unique either artwork or something specific to that image or to that scent, then yeah, we'll do that. It's it's just different. It's like sometimes people collaborate and maybe it might take months to make a collaboration, but because we do so many create your owns all the time, we're pretty quick at making new scents, and so I'm pretty comfortable with them. So like we'll just put it up there within a week or two, and feel confident enough that it'll do okay.
Yeah. That one sounds good for sure.
Oh, Mr. G says, I found your company via YouTube and watched you a bunch before I ordered. You sold me with the collab corner. My first order came on today. Oh, sweet. Thank you. It's always good to hear sometimes how people discover us. Um, especially when, uh, we don't spend a ton of money at all on advertising. So it's pretty, it's just how like YouTube. We only had a couple of videos at first, and I will acknowledge some of the first earlier videos like are just kind of silly and stuff, but it's kind of cool though that you discovered us through YouTube, and now you made and then we had the collaboration corner, which is something that I think has really been an interesting show, and I enjoyed doing that show a lot. So thank you. I really appreciate you finding us and ordering from us.
Yeah. I'll be there Tuesday. I've got my profile. I've got my scent profile idea that we're going to try again on Tuesday.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, for sure. Do that. Oh, Wolfie says, stay lame. Yes, stay lame. That's awesome, man. And Mr. J says the second order was placed before the first even arrived. Now that's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. And it's things like this example here of how, you know, you don't know us, you didn't know us, but we try to be open and transparent about everything at Ferocious, and that's the only way I would do things, and so. And then again, back to when we were first starting earlier on the show about what makes, how do you stand out from other companies, and it's things like this, just being yourself, um, being available for people,
Right.
accountable to people. I mean, I say it like we work for you, right? Because we do. If it weren't for you guys, there'd be no point in us being in existence as a business. I mean, if I've been a fan of Ferocious since I got my first order monkey business. I don't even want to know how much I spent at Ferocious in the past couple of months. Yeah, I know what you mean. There have been several people throughout the course of years that have spent quite a bit at Ferocious, um, and we are humbled, seriously, guys, at sometimes when we see this happen sometimes. So, but thank you guys. No matter if it's $6 or $100 or however much you spend at Ferocious, we really appreciate your being a small business, a family of four. We are growing little by little every year. We're already this year. We've made as much so far this year as we did the entire 2019, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. You guys really rock. So thank you.
That's awesome.
So yes. Okay, great stream, Nate and Ken. I'll try to get these streams more often. Have a great night. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So we're just going over 3 hours now. So we've been talking for a while.
Yeah, great time. Yeah, have a good night, Ben.
Yeah. Let's see here. That's great. We'll be better soon. Yeah, I mean, and it's funny, like how I don't want to just talk about the business. I mean, obviously, but I just think about different things. Like, look at this. Now we put the decals on that vehicle, and I mean, it's just a little thing. I mean, even though it's a big sticker, it's really just a little thing. But now, every single time I go to the farmer's market, that's gonna, even people walking by are gonna see that, and they might check out Ferocious and see what it's all about.
Right.
Even driving to there, it's going to be right in front of their car as I'm in front of them, and they might, might, or if I'm on the highway driving to New England, imagine how many states I got to drive through with that logo, and people are going to be. I wonder how many times I'm going to get pulled over for having the back window, blocked, right? But in Texas, it's okay because as long as you have 200-foot distance, the left and right mirrors, then
Right.
it's legal. But I think there's probably some states that'll be like, "Whoa, you can't have that on your car."
Yeah. That gives me an idea. I should get my logo put on the back of my window, my truck window. That'd be awesome.
Yes, you should. I mean, especially if you're gonna be driving anyway. So, but I found ever since I got that, I'll take like the long way to the post office. I want to
Right.
get as much exposure as I can.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hmm. So, all right. Well, hey, it's been 3 hours. I think we'll probably call it a night. Ken, I really appreciate your coming on to the live stream here. It's been a pleasure talking to you and meeting you. So
Yeah. Pleasure's all mine, Nate. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I've had a great time.
yeah, me too. If you guys have not checked out his YouTube channel, I like how you do yours too. You can go to bluegrassbearded.com and it will bring you to a website which will then connect to your YouTube channel. So
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
that idea.
Yeah.
You got around the problem I had when I first started on my YouTube channel is I didn't have 100 subscribers yet, and I had to. It was it was youtube.com/ and it was a bunch of numbers. So once I
Right.
hit 100, I could do the Ferocious Beard Company as the link. But
Yeah.
you got around that problem.
That's exactly why I did the way I did, because it's kind of hard to tell somebody, yeah, go to my website. It's youtube.com/W2P65, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easier to say go to bluegrassbearded.com. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Oh, so Joshua says, do I carry extra bottles of oil with me? Uh, I don't actually, but I was thinking what I might do is put some cards. Like, let's say if I park somewhere, I might put some cards like near the door so someone can grab a card. But plus, it gets so hot in Texas that I'm afraid they're going to get too hot in the. But no, I don't carry extra bottles.
Yeah, you should take some of your cards into Walmart, like we were talking earlier, and just lay them on the shelves by the big box brands.
Yes, yeah, that's a good idea. I should. And it's not like they're stickers that they're going to be a pain in the ass to peel off of something,
Right.
Especially those vinyl stickers.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, awesome, guys. Well, thanks again for stopping by, and we really, really appreciate all of you guys, your support. And thanks again to you, Ken, for stopping by and being our guest, or my guest here, and I really appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you, Nate, and to everybody that's been here in the chat. Thank you guys also. I appreciate the support.
All right. You guys have a good evening, and we will see you guys on Tuesday, hopefully for Collaboration Corner, and again next Friday. Take care, guys.
See you guys.